Lying is a sin, but you can lie in Islam. So God bless you guys again, and thank you for joining. With regards to this topic about lying, it's very important when you're talking to people that, and they get to know you, they will judge you by the person you are, by what you say and what you do. Now, in today's society, you don't trust someone that tells lies. You don't trust liars because, again, someone that's lying to you is being honest and not truthful. And you wouldn't want to take this person home. You wouldn't want to marry this person because you'll never know when this person is going to be lying to you. Now, this is where the problem is, because if lying is a sin and then you're allowed to lie by the God of Islam, the same God that tells you lying is a sin, same God, make it make sense. That's what I'm live, guys. 1 second. Yeah, just keep sharing. So again, God bless you, even those on YouTube, man. God bless, God bless, God bless. God bless. So I've got a new guest. Let's see. And he's gone. It's okay. But again, now what we must understand, the God of Islam teaches people lying is a sin. That's what they ask. If I ask a Muslim, you'll notice the flow or my mind, how it works. I'm saying to a Muslim, is Islam, is lying a sin? They will say yes. And then the but comes in. Can you marry a 6-year-old? No. But if she's mature enough. Can you beat your wife? No. But if she doesn't listen. Is Allah everywhere? No. But he's the closest to your heart and to your vein. Do you have any proof of the Injil? No. But the Quran says what we need to know. It's just that you can't fix it, man. You just can't fix it. So let me tell you guys, there are different forms of lying in Islam, right? There are several different ways, and one of them is actually dawah, just by the way. Now we're going to talk about takiya, because this is the most common one. Takiya is the most common way of lying. Now takiya, according to al-takiya fi al-Islam, al-takiya fi al-Islam, the fundamental importance of takiya in Islam is also acknowledged in another authoritative Islamic source known as the al-takiya fi al-Islam. And this is what it says. Takiya is of fundamental importance in Islam. Practically every Islamic sect agrees to it and practices it. We can go as far as to say that the practice of takiya is mainstream in Islam. And those few sects not practicing it diverge from the mainstream. Takiya is very prevalent in Islamic politics, especially in modern era. I'm gonna read that again because it's so important. It's so important. Now, takiya in Islam is how to lie. Now, you will see if a Muslim does request, my question would be to them, are you allowed to lie in Islam? And is takiya a form of lying? I'll read this again because this is interesting. So pay again. It says takiya is of fundamental importance in Islam. Practically every Islamic sect agrees to it and practices it. we can go so far as to say that the practice of takiya is mainstream in Islam, and that those few sects not practicing it diverge from the mainstream. Takiya is very prevalent in Islamic politics, especially in the modern era. This is from Al-Takiya fi al-Islam, right? So the guy is saying show proof. All we have to do is show you that lying is allowed in Islam, right? So there's three instances where you can tell lies. And this is why, again, it is not lawful to lie in Islam, apparently. And then it says, except. So for those that are wondering, when you're asking for reference, all you have to do is go to Jami al-Tirmidhi 1939, where he says that. And another one that says, Abraham did not tell a lie except on 3 occasions. So Abraham was a liar, according to them. So again, the Prophet said the signs of a hypocrite are 3. When he speaks, he tells a lie. So a liar is a hypocrite, and Muslims are allowed to lie, meaning that Muslims are hypocrites. That's in Bukhari 2749. Now again, guys, this is where the confusion starts. Is lying allowed or not allowed? Are you a hypocrite if you tell a lie? And then Allah says, but lying is allowed in 3 cases. So I'm confused. Is it a sin? Is it not a sin? Are you a hypocrite if you lie? Are you not a hypocrite if you lie? You guys see the problem? The signs of a hypocrite are 3. Whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. So Muslims are taught it's okay to lie and be a hypocrite, but it's a sin. But you can do it because Allah wants you to. So again, Muslims, come up. True or false? Are you going to lie to me when you come up? Because Allah said you can. And takiya is a tactical deceit for spreading of Islam. Is that what you're going to do? Let's see. Good News says, we say if Hindu Zion dogs barks, tigers are not impressed. I have no idea what that means. If Hindus, Zion. Yeah, anyway. So the question is, for those that want to engage, you're more than welcome. You just have to request. And, tell me, teach us, show us, guide us, tell us, please. Is it true or not true? Are you allowed to lie? Yes or no? He means Hindu, I guess. Oh, okay. So you have Hindu Zion dogs that bark. Okay. Makes sense to him. So I'm just wondering, man, if you guys want to come up, you're more than welcome to. Tell me whether it's true or not that you can tell lies. Because the sign of a hypocrite, man, is someone that lies. And if you're a liar, how can I trust you? How do I know when you come up and you speak, you're not lying? So this is another one. I just saw it right now. It says, the person tells the truth until he is recorded as truthful. And lie tells a lie until the lie is recorded as a liar. So that's my whole point. If you lie, it means you're a liar. And if you're a liar and lies make you a hypocrite, and Allah, who does the job of Satan, is making you do this, come on, man. Just make it make sense. Would any of you in the chats, would you tell your children it's okay to tell lies? Would you say to your child, listen, man, these are the 3 times you can lie. we're trying to build a society on truth, understanding, respect. Now, how can you have truth, understanding, and respect if someone is lying to you? It's like you meet a girl, it's like, hey, how are you doing, man? And you like, are you seeing anyone? She's like, no, I'm not. And she's getting, she's getting it from someone else. And she's like, no, I'm fine. So she lied to you. Why? She didn't want to upset you. Now, Islam says that you must lie to your wife. Why can't the wife lie to the husband? She's seeing someone, they're still boyfriend and girlfriend there. She's seeing someone, she's getting it on the side. In Islam, we know of halala, where you can get married secretly and you don't have to tell your wife. That's another secret because you don't want to upset her. Ray, if you want to come up, man, you're more than welcome to, bro. Let me send you an invite as well. There we go. Send you an invite, man. How are you, sir? You all right? So again, oh, he's back. There we go. Ray, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Beautiful. So you're saying that I'm obsessed with Islam. You should be happy that I talk more about Islam and I show people the true Islam. Isn't that what Muslims want? The truth to be shown?
Make your point.
So in Islam, are you allowed to lie? Yes or no?
Sunni Muslim are not allowed to lie.
So you're a Sunni Muslim?
I already stated what I said. You're going to keep repeating it? I said Sunni Muslims are not allowed to lie. Okay? You literally, when you were reading your takiya information, you skipped over that this is prevalent in Shia Muslims.
Okay, is this Shia?
So again, Sunni Muslims do not lie. But go on.
So let me read the hadith for you that says that you're allowed to lie for Sunni Muslims.
Oh, sure.
Okay, sure.
Sure,
Beautiful.
go.
So this again is Jami al-Tirmidhi 1939, where it says, it is not lawful to lie, except in 3 cases. So do you agree so far that you're allowed to lie in 3 cases?
What's the reference?
Jami al-Tirmidhi 1939. I can show it on the screen if you want.
Sure, do that.
Lovely, jubbly. There we go. This is the reference. Sahih, Jami at-Tirmidhi 1939.
What's the grading of this hadith?
Sahih. But I've learned that you can have daif Sahih, so it's okay.
Where's this from? Go ahead. I'm gonna look this up as well. But go ahead. Sunni.com. All right, go ahead.
So lying is not. So it says it is not lawful to lie. You should have just stopped there, except in 3 cases. Something a man tells his wife to please her, to lie during war, and to lie in order to bring peace between people. Sunni. I'm asking you now again as a Sunni. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
The Arabic is different from in English.
Okay, what does the Arabic tell us?
Regarding lying to your wife, it's not a blatant lie. It's not a lie that you're going to hurt her feelings.
Okay,
like,
that's not my
do I look pretty in this dress? And you may not.
Not my question. In the Arabic,
I'm explaining.
Please,
again, I'm explaining it to you.
My brother, does it say that you're allowed to lie in the Arabic?
No.
Okay, it doesn't. Watch this now. You see now you go bring up an Arabic speaking person now to double check.
Oh wow. Okay, interesting. Great. Okay.
Beautiful. Salam al-Masih, my brother.
Salam al-Masih, salam wa na'mah. Bless you all, believers and non-believers.
Beautiful, my man. Ronnie, let me introduce you to Ray, who's telling me that he's trying to backpedal because he said lying is not allowed in Islam. He said lying is for the Shia. takiya is for Shia. Now I show him this hadith, and the hadith says that you can lie in 3 cases, and he said that it doesn't say it in Arabic. Ray, do you speak Arabic?
I do.
Can you please read what the Arabic says?
No, go ahead. You said that you speak Arabic.
No,
why
Ray,
are you backing? Wait. See, but why do you do that? Why do I do what? You said you were so excited to say, "Oh, yo, I'm ready to, I'm an Arabic speaker who's going to teach you about your religion."
Never said
so
that.
Go ahead. You did it?
I'm asking you. The reason I brought him up.
Man,
don't panic, brother. You lied again. You're a Sunni Muslim.
Wait.
You lied when you came up.
Wait. Who's panicking?
Ikra.
You don't hear my voice? How calm I am? Who's panicking?
No one's. Ikra. Read.
What does ikra mean? How many meanings does ikra mean?
You can say whatever you want. I'm asking you.
Okay.
Can you start reading, please, and tell me what it says?
No, but you can, since you speak Arabic. I want to see if you're lying.
Ray, I don't speak Arabic. I'm asking you. You said you do. Can you please tell me what does it say in the Arabic?
Again, are you gonna? Weren't you just excited about teaching me Arabic? That I just met an Arabic speaker. I want to hear you,
my man. Can you do me a favor, please, and read what is on the screen?
Again, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you because clearly you're a liar.
People in the chats are calling you a liar.
I don't care what people in the chat are saying. I'm speaking to you personally. Do you think that I'm looking at the chat? I'm speaking to you, sir. Sir. I'm speaking to you. I don't worry about the chat. I'm speaking to you directly.
You can cry to someone that cares, right?
Again,
I'll time for you. Now notice what you just did, right? Bro. You're a coward.
You're a funny guy.
You're a coward. You came up thinking you were going to do something.
How am I a coward if I came up? I didn't even know how to come up, and I came up. How am I a coward?
Coward, listen carefully now.
All right, listen. I don't. It's a waste of time to even have a dialogue with you.
Lie?
Yeah. Whatever. Have a great day.
Sunni Islam. Run, you coward. You're a coward, just like your prophet was. An obvious liar. Man, he saw you running and he just went into panic. That's right, guys.
Why he did not read? If he know Arabic, why he did not read the Arabic?
Because he's a liar. This is why the topic is so prevalent. These guys will lie to you.
Why he challenge you in Arabic then when he don't know how to read? He could have proved to you that he can read Arabic. Because I heard him, he said, the Arabic is different. The Arabic is not saying what he's saying. How do you know what the Arabic is saying when you don't know how to read?
You see, he didn't know or didn't think that I would, because you came in the right time. You see, my Lord and Savior, man, he does things in a weird and wonderful way. Because as soon as I saw you, that's when I brought it up, thinking, well, let's see what he says. And he bit hook, line, and sinker, thinking he was smarter than us. But once again, guys, this is proof that Muslims will lie to you. They will lie to you just to try to prove a point. So he did. He came up, he lied, he got exposed, and he ran. I see they've changed the format of the anyway. Humble, how are you, sir?
Change it back, James. I'm gonna drop that way I can make room for Muslims to come up. Okay, I'm gonna be in the chat.
No worries, bro. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless. No problem. Anytime.
You see, I just have to mention your name, man. People get scared. Humble, sir, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
Beautiful. So before we go anywhere, just the first question would be, is lying accepted in Islam?
Is lying accepted Islam? I don't believe so.
Are you a Muslim?
I am.
Beautiful. Is lying a sin?
Is lying? It's a good question. I don't really know.
You don't know if lying is a sin?
I'm not too sure. I'm not entirely sure, but keep going.
You're not entirely sure if lying is a sin. Is lying a good thing or a bad thing?
It just depends. Just depends. But generally, no, lying is not good.
Okay, so if someone lied to you, does it make you want to trust them?
again, another broad question. It's a, it's anything
If your
else.
wife comes home, your girlfriend comes home and she says to you, I was with the girls, but she was with another guy. Did she lie to you?
That's a lie, yeah.
Okay, and is that a good lie or a bad lie?
I mean, depends how you look at it, but it is a lie.
Okay, she got banged by another guy and you want to know how to look at it? Some guy takes your wife and he pretends that she's a tunnel and he's a train, and he goes through the tunnel, right? And then she come home to you and she says to you, listen, man, I was with the girls. Did she lie to you? Yes. Is it a bad lie? Yes. Any man with any gonads and not a cuckold will say yes, correct?
Okay. Keep going.
Is that a good lie or a bad lie?
Keep going. I said, okay, keep going.
Well, I'm trying to establish that if
Just
that
keep
going. Do lies come from someone good or someone bad?
Just keep going.
I'm not sure why you're so frustrated, my man. Maybe it's because you're thinking of your wife telling you that she was with the friends. Maybe that's why. Salam alaikum, my brother.
Good, bro. Salam alaikum. What's going on, guys?
Crazy already, man.
Yeah, for that last guy, I don't know if he's still listening. The reason why he was trying to get an admission out of you was because earlier you said you didn't know if lying was a good or bad thing. That's why he was just like I need to understand so we can have like a steady foundation before I move on. In case he was wondering.
Abu, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Beautiful. Is lying a sin?
Depending on the situation.
So is lying ever a good thing?
Lying in general, Allah say lie is not good.
So lying is not good.
Yeah, in a general statement, but there is exception in 3 places that you can lie.
Okay. So watch this now. So
can I tell you the 3 spaces?
Is a sin.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you 3 circumstances?
Say again.
Can I tell you the 3 circumstances?
Yeah, sure. Go on then.
For example, you can lie to your wife. If she requests you for something, you don't have it, you can just, tell her, I'll buy it, but you never buy it. And then for peace, when there's war going on, to prevent outbreak of war, you can lie to prevent war. And then for the other one, it's also more about peace also at the same time. So it's 3 places that you can lie in Islam. There's no lie outside that.
So these are holy lies?
Yeah, does this save lives? Yes. If you tell me.
No, are they holy lies? Are these lies coming from Allah? Allah says these lies are okay. So these are holy?
You cannot call it holy lie, because lie is prohibited from the beginning in the Quran.
I'm confused. Is it prohibited or allowed?
It's prohibited.
But you just said it's allowed.
I say in 3 circumstances.
Yeah, so the 3 circumstances that you lie, are these holy lies? Because Allah allows them. Say again?
Yeah, on that case is Allah, because you saved life. Of course, he's okay with that.
So these are okay.
Life,
so ladies and gentlemen,
life matters more than the life matters more than the lie.
No worries, I get you. So ladies and gentlemen, when you lie in the 3 cases that Allah allows you to lie, these are holy lies because Allah has said it's okay.
I do not call them holy lie, but
okay, you're not going to call them holy lies. So watch this now. If you cheat on your wife and you sleep with someone else because Allah gave you permission to do that, right?
No,
Allah gives you the portion of
permission to lie on that. That's different.
How is it?
The
but
lie
hang on. It says, this is what it says in the hadith. It said that lies are allowed in 3 cases. Something the man tells his wife to please her. So she says, Abu, did you go next door to Zainab and did you sleep with her? Now to please her, you will say, no, me.
Well, first of all, we know that zina has consequences and is prohibited. So
but
you having sexual intercourse.
That's given to us by Allah, correct?
No, you having sexual intercourse with somebody, already you have transgressed, and then you have to.
My brother, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You have to be punished.
According to the hadith,
if you commit adultery,
Allah is the one that does that.
If you commit adultery, you are supposed to be unalive.
Okay, listen carefully to me now, Abu. Adultery is given to us by Allah, correct?
But I'm saying you cannot use that example because if you commit adultery, you are supposed to be unalive.
But who is the one that gave us the portion of adultery?
What do you mean who gave us portion of adultery?
The portion of adultery. Who gave us the portion of adultery? Who made us commit adultery?
Who made us commit our desires? What?
Okay, beautiful. So watch this. Is adultery evil?
Yes, it is evil.
And evil comes from someone evil, correct?
Well, your desires are evil already. You are evil if you pick
Beautiful.
that.
So watch this now. So just so everyone understands, you're allowed to lie in 3 cases because Allah says that He is allowing you to lie. So a liar is made a liar by Allah.
Are this lie good lie? Are they evil lie or good lie?
I don't know. I don't know. There's a difference between good lie
Let me
and
ask
evil
you
lie.
this.
So watch this. Hang on a second. Hang on, brother. Watch this.
Please.
Tell me. Hang on. Abu. I need an example. Give me an example of a good lie.
Okay. You and your brother are, or you have an enemy, or a country and a country about to get into a war, and then they only rely on your information to make either to start a war or to stay peace forever. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna start a war?
Can I say something about this, James?
No. Please let him answer, please.
Well, I'm asking him if I can say something.
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to see.
No, but I want you to answer that before, please, if you don't mind. I beg you.
Okay, I'll answer. A lie is a lie, and a liar is someone that tells lies. So if you're doing it with a false pretense, then you are committing a sin, because the Bible tells us that you shall not lie, you shall not bear false witness. These are one of the 10 commandments.
So if you tell the truth and then millions of people die, is that okay?
Okay, again. Sorry, go on.
No. Is that okay, brother? Is that okay in your conscience? Is that okay?
Abu, so let me explain to you, because I'm feeling that you guys are going to keep bringing this up. So what you're talking about is some form of just war theory, and I always have to bring this up. That particular instance does not fall under just war theory. So within just war theory, there's like 5 or 6 conditions into which going to war is okay within countries. And for instance, like if I'm in a room with somebody and I'm harboring people that will be harmed by an enemy, and the enemy comes in and says, is anybody in here? I'm not just going to jump out and be like, here I am, come unalive me. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to withhold information so that I don't get unalived, and so the people that are with me don't get unalived. But what you're saying, no, I'm not saying anything. I'm hiding. I'm not saying anything.
You are hiding the truth.
You're talking, what?
You are hiding the truth, brother. That's what exactly.
Watch this.
Be honest with yourself.
Watch this. Hold on a second. Watch this.
Did you see the criteria? Did you hear the 3 criteria that you're supposed to lie on?
Can you stop talking? Let me explain this to you.
No, but I'm asking you, do you hear the 3 criteria that you're supposed to lie on?
Abu, I'm answering you. Stop talking, dude. If I go in a room and you're in the room and you know I'm coming to unalive you, and I say, Abu, are you in here? Are you going to jump out and say, here I am?
Are you going to jump out? Are you considering the truth?
Can you just answer the question, dude?
Are you considering the truth?
What is wrong with you?
No, I'm saying according to your understanding of that, since you hold there that you don't be.
Abu, I'm trying to explain to you the difference as to why it's not a lie. Can you please just walk with me? If I'm in a room and I come in and I'm trying to unalive you, and I say, Abu, are you here? Are you going to jump out and say, here I am, come unalive me?
I guess according to your belief, I should come out because I should say the truth. So I should not.
Oh my God, you don't know my position on it. I'm trying to get there, but you won't answer the question, dude.
I'm asking.
Okay, so are you going to jump?
If I am following your belief, I'll come out. But according to my belief, I'm not
I haven't told you my belief is yet. My God, bro. I just gave you an example of me doing the same thing. I'm not going to come out and be like, Abu, here I am, come unalive me. So are you going to do the same thing?
Since you asked me that question, according to my belief, I'm not going to come out. But according to your belief, if I'm a Christian, I'll come out.
Bro, you guys cannot be this dense.
Let me give him another example.
I just want to make sure this point lands just really quick. Abu, it's not my position to do what you just said I would do. I just told you in the same circumstance, I would not come out. Now I'm asking you, would you?
Of course, I'm not gonna come out because I'm allowed to lie
Okay,
on that
thank
situation.
you. Okay, now
I'm
the
allowed.
reason.
I'm allowed to lie on that situation.
Okay, now the reason why the first example you gave does not follow is because in order for a war to happen, people would tell the truth. You wouldn't even be in that situation unless you told the truth. But when you're in a war, there are rules that you follow. And for also, that's also not lying. You not saying anything is not lying in that situation because you're already in the war. But in order for the war to start, wars don't start from that particular situation. You tell the truth, then a war starts. So your situation is disanalogous.
No,
The
bro.
other situation,
You
okay,
cannot.
bro.
You're
James, I
not
don't,
truth.
I
You're not
don't know what
truthful
else to
right
say,
here.
bro.
You're
These
not
guys
truthful.
are dense.
Let me just, okay, pay attention. Abu, I want to ask you this question. For example, say Amin is sitting down in his house or sitting outside his yard and he's just relaxing, and I want someone to unalive him, right? And I said, Abu, man, I want to unalive this guy, but I got nothing on him. And then you say to me, why don't we make up a lie about him, like he raped someone or he did something bad? And you say to me, can I lie? And can we lie about that? And then we can go unalive him. Is that also okay? Is that a lie or is that not a lie?
Okay. Do you remember the criteria of our lie? The only
I
place
need you
you're
to
supposed
answer
to
the
lie?
focus. Abu, focus.
No,
If
but
I
do
said
you
to
know the
you,
criteria of our
listen,
lie?
okay,
You're
Abu,
supposed to
say
lie on
yes or
3
no,
places.
bro. Abu, yes or no? Listen carefully. If you and I plot to unalive Amin, we're plotting to do it, but we need an excuse to do it. So we lie about why we did it. So we say, oh, he went and he did something really bad. Would that be a good lie or a bad lie?
I understand your question, but does this thing fall into the
Is it
3
a good
lies that
lie
are
or a
allowed in
bad
Islam?
lie?
Does it fall into the
Oh
3
my
lies
God,
that is
Abu,
allowed
try
in
to
Islam?
focus, please, my man. Yes
No,
or
I'm
no?
asking you, does this fall into the 3 lies that are allowed in
You
Islam?
said
If
no.
not,
If I say
of
yes,
course no, because they do not fall into that 3 lies that is allowed in Islam.
So of course not. Now watch this, Abu. Watch this. Sahih Bukhari, book 5, volume 5, book 59, hadith 369. Narrated Jabir bin Abdullah. Muhammad said, who is willing to unalive Ka'b bin al-Ashraf, who has hurt Allah and his apostle? Thereupon Muhammad bin Masalama got up, said, O Allah's apostle, would you like that I unalive him? Muhammad said, yes. Muhammad bin Masalama said, then allow me to lie and say a false thing to deceive Ka'b. Muhammad said, you may say it. Now,
what is the context of the hadith?
Stop.
No, what is the context
talking.
of the hadith?
I'm not done. Stop talking now. So according to this, Muhammad is allowing another man to tell lies about Ka'b so that they can unalive him. You said that this type of lie is not allowed in Islam.
When you are done, give me the context of the hadith, please.
I'm not focused. I need you to focus first before you start running around. So you just said that this
you
type
just
of,
cut
I
out
need you
a
to pay
hadith.
attention.
You did not give the whole
Abu, slow down, brother. Slow down. According to this, is this, you said, sorry, my mistake. You said that this type of lying is not a good lie or one of the 3 ways that you can lie, yet your prophet lies to unalive a man. So this was something that Muhammad did was a sin, correct?
Okay, brother. Now you are already lying because you are concealing the truth of the whole hadith to justify your own claim. You see, you are a hypocrite right here. You did not give the whole context of the hadith. You only cut
give
out
me
a
the
few.
explanation. I'm asking you.
Okay, but are you not concealing the truth right here? So it's okay for you to lie, right, in your religion?
I'm asking you if I didn't.
Is it okay? Because right now you just lied.
My man, you're not listening. You're panicking now. Listen carefully. I just read a hadith that tells me Muhammad allowed a man to lie so that he could unalive somebody else. I didn't make it up. I read it. I'm asking,
Give the full
according
hadith,
to
yes or no?
according to this hadith, was Muhammad
Give the full
sinning
hadith, yes or
when
no,
he?
brother?
My God, I'm talking, brother. Please, I'm not done. Here's the question. According to the hadith that I just read to you, that I didn't make up, I read it. I'm asking you. So Muhammad unalived a man wrongly, correct?
I'm asking you, did you give the full hadith or you cut the hadith out?
I read exactly what I have in front of me. If you want to give me more and tell me, you're more than
You
welcome.
see, you're concealing the truth, so you're lying right now.
I'm not, my man, I'm not sure if you're thicker than most other people.
What did that guy
need you
did
to
for that?
focus.
The guy unalived some of the Muslim believers, and they
Okay.
were looking for him.
So
That
is
was
that
the
a
context
war?
of the hadith.
Was this
So
a
you don't
war?
know the hadith. Now you just lied in front of the camera.
Hang on, let's go back to the three things. The three was to stop people from going to war, correct?
No, but are you lying, yes or no? So we
I'm
can
not
pull up the
lying.
hadith
Please,
completely.
Abu,
Okay,
focus. Let's
pull the
use
hadith on the screen
Abu.
then.
My God, man, you guys.
Yeah, this dude just keeps talking, man.
So let me read it again. Abu, shut it. Listen, I'm going to read it the 3 times you can lie. It says, when a man wants to please his wife, to lie during war, and to lie in order to bring peace. Now, I'm going to find the entire hadith. You tell me, before I find the hadith, the whole long hadith, was Muhammad trying to satisfy a wife? Was he trying to stop? Was he lying during a war, or was he lying to bring peace? Which one of these 3 does the hadith cover?
It brings peace because the
Peace between who?
he already unalived a lot of the Sahabas. Now, because a messenger was sent to them and they unalive him, so they have to look for him to unalive him back, an eye for an eye. So you did not give the whole context of the hadith. I would suggest you if you can pull it on the screen completely so we can see it, because you're lying. You're concealing the truth.
Man, I'm not a Muslim, so I'm not allowed to lie. So I want you to again to listen.
No, you just lied. You just
Muhammad. You are trying. Thanks for coming, bro. Seriously, my God. Seriously, wow.
Yeah, that dude, bro. For the past 2 days, he's been joining every live that we've had, and he's been getting cooked every single time. He's very annoying. He doesn't listen. He doesn't track conversations, and he's purposely disingenuous. To the people in the chat saying that the example I gave was bad, specifically this gray dude, he gave the example of if I come to your house with a weapon and I ask you, is your wife here so I can unalive her? Are you going to say yes, or are you going to say no? Obviously, you're going to say no. You know she's there to you know the person is there to harm your wife, so you're not going to agree to those terms. He said, oh, your example wasn't like that. That's literally the exact same thing I said. I said, if somebody comes into a room trying to unalive you and they say, hey, Mr. Christian, are you here? Are you going to answer? Obviously not. Within a war, there are certain things. This is why it's called just war theory. There are certain conditions and things that you do within a war and things that have to happen in order for you to go to war. It has to be reasonable. It has to be a last resort. There are certain things that have to happen. In those particular contexts, it is fine. You're not lying. You're protecting yourself because you're in war. However, the reason this doesn't work, and this is why I couldn't get there with him. If you guys would have just listened for a little bit longer, you would have understood what I was saying, but he kept talking, so we never got there. However, the reason why this is not applicable to Islam is because according to chapter 9, going to war does not meet the conditions of being reasonable. Because in chapter 9 of the Quran, it says if you say anything against Islam, you are at war. If you say something bad against Allah, about Muhammad, you are now entitled to go to war. That is not reasonable. Therefore, it doesn't work. This is why in the example of the hadith that James gave, the guy said to Muhammad, hey, can we say a deceiving, lying thing to unalive Ka'b bin al-Ashraf or whatever that guy's name? And Muhammad said, yes, you may say something to deceive him. That's not reasonable because in that particular situation, they already were the dominant force. They outnumbered this guy like 1,000 to 1. There would have been no reason for you to lie to him. You could have just went up to him, captured him, and unalived him. Didn't make any sense. So it doesn't work that way. These reasons are unreasonable in Islam. These are the reasons why in those particular situations it doesn't work. Yeah, Christian Sheikh gave me the correct reason. Ka'b bin al-Ashraf. Yeah. Anyways, James, sorry. I just wanted to explain that to people in the audience.
No, man, we're good. We're good. We know we good. Shaq, I sent you let me see again. Shaq.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. You?
I'm well, thank you very much. So before we move on, let's just ask the question first. In Islam, is lies a sin? Telling lies, is it a sin?
Unjustified lying is a sin, yes.
Unjustified lying is a sin. Are sins allowed in Islam?
In certain circumstances, yes.
So you can lie in Islam?
In certain circumstances, yes.
So in certain circumstances,
just like in the Bible, just like in the Bible, where in
brother,
certain
try to focus. According to the Quran, you can lie by the decree of Allah. He allows you to lie, and someone that lies is a liar, correct?
Someone who lies unjustified is a lie, yes.
Okay, it's unjustified. So now when Muhammad said that you can unalive the man, was he justified? How was he justified? How do you justify what you can lie?
The man unalived a lot of Sahaba already.
Okay, where do I go to find that he unalived a lot of the Sahaba already?
Bro, I'm not a book. I don't have the sources in front of me. But
okay, so I have it in front of me.
No.
So I'm asking you, show me where, because I don't see this where he says he unalived lots of the Sahaba.
Okay, as he gets you the sources, right, let me ask you, do you have an issue with people lying in any circumstances?
No, we're talking about...
We're talking about a particular, we're talking about, hold on, stop,
one second, I'm trying to see, this is called an argument from consistency.
Bro, first of all, hold on a second,
it's an argument from consistency, don't panic.
Gray, nobody, bro, nobody is afraid of you. Go sit down and take a piss like you do in your masjid. Be quiet, bro. Shut up.
I pissed on the tree that was buried.
Shut up. Go down. My gosh. Go down. The reason why I was getting ready to say something, if you would have just shut up long enough, I was going to say it's not your turn. They were talking about a specific situation and to wait your turn. Stay in the audience. Nobody is afraid of you. I'm not going to be afraid of a man that sits down and takes a piss and then also is afraid of piss because he's afraid he's going to go to hell for it. Shut up and sit down in the audience.
Okay, so let's get back to it. Jackie, back there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, now I can.
Yeah, can you give me the source that you are reading from, please?
Well, let's before which one? Are you talking about the Ka'b one?
Yeah.
There's many. I'm not sure which one you want, but there's
the one you're reading from.
I'll give you the longest one so that you guys can read. So you can at least do that.
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with every
Bukhari.
Yep.
4037. In fact, I can read it if you want. It takes a while, but I can read it.
It would be better if you could just put it on the screen.
Sure. But my whole point again, you said lying is okay in certain circumstances, correct?
Yeah, just like in the Bible, yes.
Yeah, just like in the Bible. We'll get to that because I know that's why you're trying to justify it. So if lying is a good thing, or if lying is a good thing in the Bible, then it's a good thing in the Quran, correct?
I mean, it's just consistent. You lie in certain situations. I believe the Quran is the Quran.
So hang on, I'm trying to understand. So if something is in the Bible and it's in the Quran, then that's not a problem, correct?
Yeah, because the Quran generally confirms the Bible.
Generally confirms the Bible.
Yeah.
Now that's interesting. So when you're saying that lies are okay, then your Allah wrote that part of the Quran and wrote that part of the Bible, correct?
No, you're not understanding. So the Bible, us Muslims.
Answer my question. I'm not sure if you heard me. I'll say it again. Okay. So the parts that are consistent with Islam, listen again. The parts that are consistent with Islam comes from Allah. So if it's lying in the Quran and the lying is in the Bible, then that must come from Allah, correct?
If the ruling of the lying is the exact same, yes, of course it comes from Allah.
Okay, so do you have a problem if there's lying in the Bible?
Do I have a problem if there's lying in the Bible? If it doesn't fall in line with the same circumstances as Islam?
But hang on, you just said, again, you see, this is why when you guys want to open your mouth about the Bible that you know nothing about, sometimes I say it's best to sit on your tongue. So
I mean, you're not listening to me, brother. I said
so
if
again,
lying in the same. Listen, let me talk. Let me talk, because you've been cutting off a lot of people.
Let
me finish my sentence. No, let me finish my sentence.
No, I don't want you to finish your sentence. I want you to now rewind so we can go back, because I showed everyone again that you guys will justify any BS that you find as long as you think it's in the Bible. You try to add it to your Quran. But now we moved on from that. Now we're going to go back to being a liar and telling lies in Islam. You agree that lying is a sin, but Allah says that sinning sometimes is a benefit, correct?
Lying in justified scenarios is not a sin.
If you cheat on your wife, if you have a halala, you know what's a halala, right? You know, like what's his name? Muhammad Hijab, he had his hotel wife. And him and Ali Dawa said it's all good. You can have yourself a side piece as long as you don't.
They're not my scholars or anything. I don't believe.
I'm not asking if they're your scholars. I'm just using them as an example, because you know the New Age Muslims think that these guys are the big.
They're not my example personally, so it's not
but that's okay. So if you have another wife and you don't tell your wife, it's called halala, which is allowed in Islam. Is that lying to your wife or not lying to your wife?
No, it's not lying.
Okay, but you are having a side piece, right?
Not side piece. It's the exact same. If you have another wife, you have to treat her equally the exact same as your first wife.
That's called a hotel wife in short.
No, it's not. It's not called a hotel wife.
Okay, so this is what they're calling it today, because you know.
I don't know what that is. I'm talking. All I'm talking about is the second wife.
Yeah, the second wife, but it's temporary because you're divorcing her straight after you're done.
No, that's not allowed in Islam.
It's not?
No, that's muta. That is not allowed.
Okay, we can always go back to muta. And yes, muta is allowed, but that's fine.
Muta is not allowed.
Yeah, you can say that, but again, we've got the evidence to show that it was ummah that actually.
We can go to that after. Let's deal with this point.
Let's moving on. So, just for everyone to know, yes, you can lie in Islam, even though lies is a sin. There's a thing called justified lies.
In Islam, you can lie in certain scenarios just like you can in the Bible. Simple as that.
Beautiful. Now, according to the verses that the example you have, when Muhammad, according to the hadith that we have, tells us that takiya is allowed in Islam, and takiya is, for example, that you can lie, then I want to know, how do I know when you are lying to me and when you're not lying to me?
I don't understand the question, sorry.
Okay, you guys believe, according to the hadith, is to keep peace.
Yes.
Right? It's to lie to your wife, and you can lie during war. According to your religion, you are taught to fight anyone that is not a Muslim until they all accept Allah as their God, correct?
No.
No, you're not?
No.
Make it make sense.
We're not supposed to fight people. If someone doesn't believe in Allah, we're not supposed to fight them. That's not how it works. Listen, if there's an army and they don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they want peace, we give them peace. But if they want to attack us, then we attack back. We defend. We don't attack.
That's not true, bro.
Bro, give me the Quranic verse that says that we can fight people who want peace. Please tell me.
Okay, so all right, so in chapter 9, verses 28 through 32, it explicitly talks about the Jews and the Christians, and it says that these people, they try to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths. So basically, because they have a different theology, they're trying to extinguish Allah's light. And for that reason is good enough reason to go to war with them. So just simply saying, oh, don't attack us, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You're at war with the whole world. Matter of fact, this is why there's authentic hadith that says the best of the Muslims are the ones who bring the people who don't believe with chains around their necks. Did you know that that's a hadith?
Can you give me the source, please?
James, do you have the hadith? I'm in the car right
now. 1 second. Man, that's an easy one. That's the chains until the best of Muslims.
Until they say La ilaha illallah.
Yeah. Can I have the hadith, please?
Sure, my man. Not a problem. So it says the best of those. This is Sahih Bukhari. Hang on a second. 4557. Sahih Bukhari 4557. It says, You true Muslims are the best of peoples ever raised up for mankind, means the best of peoples for the people, as you bring them with chains on their necks till they embrace Islam.
Yes, sir.
MashaAllah.
Can I get the hadith number, please?
I'll show it to you on the screen, my man. Hang on a second. So it's Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah.
4557. It might be Daif, I'm not too sure. And there it is, guys. The verse, you true Muslims are the best of peoples ever raised up for mankind, means the best of peoples for the people, as you bring them with chains on their necks till they embrace Islam. Is there compulsion in religion?
Well, I'll let him answer. But so you can clearly see here, and I'm not just talking to you, Shaq, this is for anybody in the audience as well. You can clearly see here that because chapter 9 was the last to be revealed, and that in chapter 9 wasn't abrogated, if anybody even talks against Islam, that means you're at war with them. This is, well, that's going into a different
Can I respond to this hadith?
section. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this hadith, what is stating here is when enemies are taken captive by the ummah.
And what must you do to them?
Sorry?
What must you do to them?
Wait, can you read it again? I just wanna break
You
it
have
down.
it in front of you, don't you?
No, I don't have it because if I go off the app, I can't talk.
No worries. It says, you, true Muslims,
Yes.
are the best of peoples
Yes.
ever raised up for mankind.
Yes.
Means
Yes.
the best of peoples for the people, as you bring them with chains on their necks
Yes.
till they embrace Islam. Till they embrace Islam.
Yeah, so you're not understanding it there. So
we
this
don't
is,
understand, my
this
man.
is
That's why,
this is
you
the
know.
enemies of Islam. They were taken captive with chains on their neck. And
then,
after they realized the righteousness of Islam,
after they realized the righteousness of
when they were
Islam,
Why would that
guys,
make them? Why would that make them realize the righteousness of it?
No,
They have
we didn't
chains
make them
around their
realize.
necks.
No, we didn't make them realize. That's what you're getting wrong. When they were held captive, they realized the righteousness of Islam themselves, and then
where
they
did
embraced
you
it
find
willingly.
all of that, my man?
They embraced it willingly.
Mashallah. Let's read that again. That's right. Sorry, Travis.
You need to find the situation.
Hang on a second. I want to just remind everyone.
Let me finish my point.
They will find the righteousness of Islam with the chains on their necks. Mashallah.
Yeah, so what you're trying to say is they have chains on their neck and we're forcing them to embrace Islam. That's not how it works.
Yes.
That's what it says.
No.
That's literally what it says.
Okay,
it says
that's what it says, but you're not
it says until they embrace
Once
it.
again, man, I mean, what is wrong with you, man? You must read it for what it says, but understand what it means. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm sorry.
That's quoting,
Listen,
that's quoting chapter 3, verse 110 to 111 of the Quran. Ibn Kathir he does a commentary on that, and then he quotes that hadith. So this is, I don't think you've ever read a fiqh book in your life, friend. Let me show you. Do you follow a certain school?
I'm Salafi.
Okay, this is from the Hanafi school. Fighting as unbelievers is obligatory, even if they do not initiate it against us. Let me read you what Imam Malik says.
Hello. Can you
hold on.
Can you
Hold
get
on,
me
just a
verses
second.
from the Quran, please?
Fight the idolaters utterly, said the Prophet. War is established and will endure until the day of judgment. The infidels may be attacked for no other reason than difference of religion. All four schools say this. You've never read a fiqh book in your life, friend. You're up here making your own laws.
Let me respond to this hadith anyways.
Why don't you respond to Abu Hanifa or Imam Malik?
Can I respond to the hadith that was given to me?
Yeah, go on, man.
Okay, so
Go ahead, yeah.
So literally, this is simple. It was commentated by Ibn al-Jawzi. He literally said, the enemies of Islam were taken captive and restrained because they were enemies of Islam. That's quite obvious. And after they were taken captive, they saw the righteousness of Islam. They embraced it willingly, and then they entered paradise.
How did they embrace it? That's what I'm saying. How did they embrace it willingly? That doesn't make any sense.
Listen, they were taken
willingly.
captive. and they saw the beauty
Okay,
of
but
the
you
Bro,
Ummah.
just,
stop,
It's
dude.
because
This is
dude.
painful.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Wait. Watch this. If they were not taken, let's do the contrapositive. If
Yeah.
they were not taken captive, according to that hadith, they would not have understood.
Huh? What'd you say?
Would not have understood the truth of Islam. Correct?
What do you mean?
Okay, listen to me. Lock in, bro.
Yeah.
According to that hadith, this is your logic. According to Imam Jawzi, the person you read, according
Yes.
to that hadith, when they were taken captive, then they realized that Islam was true. So if
Yes.
that is the case, then the opposite must be true. If they were not taken captive, then they would not have known that Islam is true, correct?
No.
What do you mean no?
No. So this is
That's what it says. That's what it says.
This particular.
Watch this.
Listen,
Let me help you again, Shaq.
They realized
Let me talk. You're not even letting
after
me
they were
finish talking.
captive.
Let me respond.
What is wrong with you?
Let me respond. This particular hadith is talking about the situation in where an enemy of Islam is taken captive and embraces Islam. There's also been enemies of Islam that weren't taken captive and they embraced Islam. You understand?
We're talking about in this situation. This is the situation you brought up.
Both situations apply. You can't just say,
What do you mean both situations? There's only one situation, the one you brought up.
What you're saying is because they're taken captive and they embrace Islam, then the opposite is true. That if they are not taken captive, they won't embrace Islam.
In this situation.
What do you mean?
Sorry, James, go ahead.
No, what I'm going to do is, we can't
He's not
use one
getting it.
hadith. Let me give you an example. Listen to what it says. I have been commanded to fight against people till they testify that there is no God but Allah. Now watch this. So you put the chains on their neck. You are forcing them to become Muslim because Allah says, Muhammad says, I have been commanded to fight them. Meaning that because there are people today that are still not Muslim, you guys, because Muhammad's the best example to you guys, you are commanded to continue that and fight them until there's no God but Allah. And this is also in the Quran, when the Quran tells us clearly that you must fight them until there is no other religion but Islam. And Allah is the only God. It says in 193, it says, fight with them until there is no persecution, and religion should be for only Allah. So again, you guys are at war to this day, meaning you guys can lie to us to this day, according to the hadith that says you can lie during times of war.
Can I get the sources that you just referred to, please? I just need to read over them.
193 tells you that you must fight anyone and everyone as long as until they are all Muslim, right? The other hadith I read to you. No worries. You want me to put on
the reason why this is not analogous to warfare, like even amongst other nations. Remember, I told you, but and you guys can look this up. Like I'm not walking right now, so I can't pull up a source and show you. But you, like anybody, can look this up. One of the conditions of just warfare is that it must be reasonable and it must be a last resort. The reason why this doesn't fall in, it doesn't make sense within Islam, is because according to the Quran itself, chapter 9, verse 32, you should attack people just because they talk about Islam. Bro, that's not reasonable.
He's Salafi. His whole mindset is to follow the first 3 generations of Islam. They all say to go out and to just attack people for not believing in Islam. Listen to this. Exactly. Here, hold on, Ali. Get on that mute button. So Ibn Rushdi compiles the 4 schools of jurisprudence, and he asks this question: why wage war in Islamic jurisprudence? And he covers all 4 schools. Listen to what he says. The Muslim jurists agree that the purpose of fighting the people of the book, excluding the Qurayshite people of the book, is for one of 2 things. Wait, watch what he says. Hold on just a second. Sorry, guys. He says it's for one of 2 things. It is either for their conversion to Islam or the payment of jizya. These are the 2 primary reasons to fight people. Now, this is why the Ridda Wars broke out after Muhammad died, after he ate poison goat. The people that he forced into Islam had to fight to get out of Islam as fast as they were forced into it. All 4 schools say to go out and merely attack people for not believing in your prophet. In fact, Ibn Kathir mentions this in chapter 9, verse 111. He says, fight the people nearest to you, then the furthest away. This is why Muhammad started to attack people nearby, and then he goes so far out of his way to attack people, he starts running out of food and supplies. He had to turn around and come home. He didn't know you shouldn't prepare for battles in the desert. But you'll find this in Ibn Kathir's commentary on chapter 9, verse 111.
James, is the verse you pulled up 2:193?
Why don't you deal with your scholars, Shock? Why do you keep?
Can I deal with the first
You're
point?
a Salafi, bro. Why don't you deal with the first three generations of Islam saying to go out and attack people?
Can I deal with the
no, it doesn't say that, man. I know what it is.
I just read the source. Stop lying.
Okay,
show me that source. Show me that source.
I just had it on the screen.
Wait, show me the website.
Yeah, it's called. I have the books at home, friend. These are from my own books.
No, but show me the website, though.
Yeah, this is called the Islamic Jurisprimer. Ibn Rushdie puts all four schools together.
Which scholar?
Get on that mute button. I'm going to show you.
Scholar?
I link all my sources, friend. It doesn't matter if it's humbly.
Are you saying the opposite, Ali? Have you got contra evidence for that? What do
you do you have it? You don't know anything about Islam.
I only take Hanbali because the other ones are some people.
Okay, great. Great. Here, I got Imam Ibn Hanbal on speed dial, friend. Listen to what he says.
Imam Ahmed
Ibn Hanbal, the one that said you can sleep with a 9-year-old without her consent. So this is from one of his fiqh books. Listen to this, guys. This is from the Hanbali school. And they're actually rebuking people.
Can you give us the?
Yeah, hold on. Get on the mute button. I'll give you the link. Stop.
I don't want the link.
Just hang on, guys. He's going to give it to you. Just
listen to how disgusting this is. So he's actually rebuking people. He's actually rebuking people like Shot.
Let's just get it over with.
You've never heard this before. Get on that mute button. The deviated, ignorant authors write that there is no waging of war in Islam, for it's not an aggressive religion. In fact, it's a religion that only advocates for peace. He says this is a fabrication against Islam. Listen to the very next paragraph, guys. Islam was spread by the sword with regards to those who rejected and refused to accept Islam.
It's like Jesus came with a sword.
This is how your prophet spread Islam.
What an idiot.
This is the Hanbali
just
school.
one second. One second. Idiot check. Can you show me? Idiot. Listen carefully.
Get on
you
that
said
mute
something
button.
stupid. I'm going to call you
You're
out.
scared of me, man.
And Ali will get you in a minute. I want Shaq to show me where Jesus pulled out a sword and was victorious through terror, like Muhammad was.
I said Jesus came with a sword. He said it himself.
Yeah, but what sword? What is the sword he had? What was his sword?
The opposite of peace.
What was the sword he used?
The opposite of peace.
What
it's in the book of Hebrews
that he used, Shaq?
Opposite of peace.
Idiot. What was the sword that Jesus used?
Oh, I don't know why you're getting disrespectful, brother.
You're running out of time, bro. You're about to expire. So for the audience, the sword that Jesus brought was the spoken word. This is why the book of Hebrews says that the word of God is living and active and sharper than any two-edged sword. Jesus didn't come swinging swords like Muhammad.
Stop muting me, man.
He didn't come robbing caravans and slave trading.
I know you're afraid of.
Okay, so listen, please don't think that we're afraid of you. We're not afraid of you. So Ali, my whole question is, according to what we've seen, you would agree that your Quran confirms that you guys must fight until everyone is a Muslim, correct?
No. When was that verse revealed? 9:29, right?
Is that what 9:29? What are you going to 9:29?
Fight those who don't believe in Allah.
No. Says, fight with them until there is no persecution, and religion should be only for Allah.
Is it 9:29?
What are you going to 9:29 for?
It's because I brought up chapter 9. No, I said chapter 9, verse 32. I said the reason why until the day of judgment. I said the reason why until the bro. This is why you don't know. This is why you don't know where you are. Stop talking. The reason why you are to fight people until the day of judgment is because they talk about Allah. That's what chapter 9, verse 32 says. You can read from 28 through 32 if you want, but it's not specifically about 29. My God, man.
Surah 8:7 says, but Allah wished for them to confirm the truth by His words and wipe the unbelievers out to the last, including women and children. So again, what? Yes, sir.
Dude, we should really go to chapter 9, verse 111 and put this to bed, bro. Muhammad was going out of his way so far to attack people, he was running out of water.
No, he was getting attacked.
Get on that mute button, bro.
What do you mean he was getting
You don't know
attacked?
what you're talking about.
Come on, man. Muhammad was the one that was instigating and attacking, so it's not.
No. Don't lie. Don't put me on mute. Don't put me on mute.
Okay,
he was getting attacked.
We're not going to put you on mute, but let's just focus. So let me, my brother, let's just focus. Let's just focus. Just 1 second. Ali, focus. Well, I'll start with you again. So you agree that you can lie in Islam? There's just.
When did I say that? When did I disagree?
No, well, okay.
You put
That's
words
the
in my
question.
mouth.
This is the topic. The topic is we're trying to show you the reasons why. In fact, let me ask you: are you allowed to lie in Islam?
You're switching up.
We're talking about lying. The whole topic is about lying. The question is, do you believe that lying is allowed in Islam?
Generally, no.
Generally, no. Is lying a sin?
Yes, generally,
Okay.
yes.
So you are generally allowed to sin.
No.
Because it's justified sin.
Oh my God, does Islam tell you sin?
No. Well, is lying a sin?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to lie?
Generally, no. Generally. Don't switch it up, yeah?
You can't make this up, man. Okay. Okay, I have a question. In one of those situations, for instance, it says you can lie to your wife to bring peace or something like that, right?
Yep.
So,
and it's not generally.
What?
It's not generally then.
Okay, can you give me an instance where you can lie to your wife and it is like generally?
No, it's not general. That won't count. Lying to your wife is not general.
But it says you can do that.
Generally, no.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But to your wife.
Let's just understand. Just 1 second. No, 1 second. Let's read the hadith. Can you tell me generally?
Let's read the hadith.
Tell me what is the meaning of generally? Just let me read a quick sticker. This is for Travis, DJ Raw. He says, Travis,
not under certain circumstances.
Give me one more. Say it again, please. One more time.
What did DJ say?
He said, Travis, the buzzsaw against Islam.
Generally, no. You can't lie.
Get on that mute button.
Don't mute him. I want him to answer this. So if for example, you said, just one more time, what is the meaning of generally?
Not under certain circumstances.
Is that what it means?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you lie generally, is it meaning that you can every now and then lie?
No.
That means that's a no?
Yeah.
Let's see, meaning of generally. Let's see what it says. It says generally means in most cases, usually, in general terms, without regards to particular or exceptions. So generally speaking, when you say you can lie generally, it means basically
sometimes.
But that's not in the hadith, though.
No, that means for the most part.
Usually. Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, so it's generally the same as usually. So when you say you can generally lie, it means you can usually lie.
So I guess my question is,
generally,
you just what?
Say again?
Generally, no, you can't lie.
Okay, so generally,
in most cases you can't. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so
that's not in the hadith, though.
Huh?
No. Most cases you can't. Most cases you're not in war.
Is that in the hadith?
Man, let's see. Those are certain circumstances.
So now this is where we're going back to the thing. So generally, you are not supposed to lie, but you can lie.
And like serious circumstances, yes.
Can your wife lie
and to your wife? And to your wife.
Can your wife lie to you?
Can your wife? To like make you happy? Is a hadith about making you happy?
This is what the hadith says. It says something the man tells his wife to please her. So can the wife?
Yeah, so that counts.
Okay, so
circumstance.
Yeah, listen, pay attention. So according to this, is the opposite also true, that a woman, or the opposite? Can a woman also lie to her husband to please her? So she say, well,
let's see the wording. Put the hadith up. I'll tell you the wording.
Yeah.
Arabic.
Yeah, you're not gonna find in there generally.
That's what
I'm not looking for generally. Relax.
So this is, you want the Arabic? There's the Arabic.
Go to the English part.
What's the hadith number, James? I want to read it on my own as well.
Jami
Yeah, Sahih, yeah, Sahih.
Jami at-Tirmidhi.
1939.
Jami at-Tirmidhi.
Is there different
1939.
references?
Yeah, there's loads of
1939.
differences. I just got the first one that came up, Sahih. Like we know that Abraham was a liar.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, that was to save his life. That was to talking about the idols.
Abraham did not tell a lie except on 3 occasions.
That was under certain circumstances.
Okay, so but he lied, correct?
He was the only Muslim in the
city.
city.
But he lied, correct?
Out of his life, for his life.
So he lied. He's a liar.
To protect his life.
How many times must you lie before you're a liar?
He needs to protect. No, he's not a liar. He's
so
a
how
prophet.
many times
no prophet's
you lie to your wife every single day and you tell her she looks good when she doesn't? Are you an habitual liar? Because now it's usually lying, not generally lying, correct?
You shouldn't do it all the time. Please her when she's like upset.
When she says, "Listen, am I looking good today?" You can tell her once, "Yeah, you're looking lovely," but generally you just say to her, "You look like a porky. You're just chubby. You need to go on a diet." So usually you tell her she's porky. Sometimes you tell her she looks good.
There's a perfect time to always please her. It's just please her like once in the moment.
So here's the question. Sometimes
you're not always gonna please her.
Something the man tells his wife to please her. Can the wife say the same to the husband?
Huh?
Can the wife also lie to her husband?
Let me see the wording.
Can I give an example? You're like, "Oh, honey, do you think I'm packing down there?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's so big. I thought it was 9 again." So can she lie to you and make you feel good like that?
Okay. So something a man tells his wife to please her. So he lies to her there, right?
What's the number?
Man, we back there now again, man. Jami.
13191.
1939. So I'm just for me it's curious because you guys are saying lying is a sin. Allah allows certain lies. So Allah allows lies and liars to be in this religion, right?
You're funny, man. Oh, bro.
It reminded me of the first day I was taken off the playground.
Man, you're funny, man. No.
So again, now notice, right? What we've done is the reason I brought up the war. We're talking about war. It says you can lie during war, right? During a war, and you guys are told to fight us until people have accepted Islam. Meaning, you guys are at war with us until the last day.
Man.
The Quran says that you must make. The Quran tells you that you must fight them. My man, listen carefully. The Quran says to fight them until they take Allah as their God. Right, Allah as their God.
You're thinking of verse 929, right?
No, I'm not. Again, I said to you 1,000 times now. I'm reading 193, Surah 8:7, where it says Allah wished to confirm the truth of His words. He says, "Wipe the unbelievers out to the last, including women and children." For those that say Allah doesn't unalive women and children, when He says wipe the unbelievers out to the last, He's including everybody. But in Surah 193, He says, "Fight with them until there is no persecution, and religion should be only for Allah." Surah 193. So you're supposed to fight us continually until the last day. And if you don't fight us, look what Allah will do to you. Right? Let me just take you back here.
291?
Oh my Lord.
Oh, 193. Okay.
193. And then I want to show you this, which someone in the chat is asking me to show you, where did I go now? Because this is what Allah does if you don't sin. If you don't commit sin, Allah says by him in whose hands is my life, if you were not to commit sin, Allah will sweep you out of existence and replace you with those who would commit sin and seek Allah's forgiveness, and He would have pardoned them. So you guys are forced
Allah likes it when human beings seek forgiveness.
Yeah, He likes them to sin. The only way you can ask.
No. He likes.
Listen,
He likes.
you can't ask forgiveness if you
does he
don't
like them
sin.
to sin and not seek forgiveness?
Listen
He likes
carefully.
to seek
Ali,
forgiveness.
listen carefully. Listen carefully. You can't
James,
ask
don't.
forgiveness if you don't sin. Meaning, Allah is saying that He will replace you with sinners so that they can ask for forgiveness, because He prefers sinners like Satan does. But that's not my point. My point again, do you agree with the verse that I gave you? Do you agree with the verse that I gave you, that you must fight them until everybody becomes a Muslim?
I'm still reading.
Yet you talking. We got a new guy up. Unbegotten, is that what it is? Unbegotten. You there?
Yeah, the unbegotten Father. Yeah.
How do you know where exactly
Not
Allah
the begotten
revealed
one.
this? The prophet.
Begotten.
Where
That's
was
the
the
question
prophet?
for you.
Do you know?
Are you allowed to lie in Islam? Sorry, Ali. Ali, just go read, man. You. It doesn't seem as if you're paying attention to what's going on. Begotten. Are you
all the time?
According to Ezekiel, it says that God can deceive.
Thanks for coming, bro. So again, this is another typical example of how the Muslims are going to go back to whataboutism, right? Now, whataboutism is basically saying that Ezekiel, don't know what verse he's going to, said something, so it must be okay in Islam, right? This is where the problem is, because they have to run to the Bible to try to make it justify the books that they have. Now, again, all I want to know, if any of you guys in the chats, and this is a serious question, would you marry a liar? Does someone that tells lies, does that appeal to you? Yes or no? Would you be with a liar? I would. Salim, begging again.
This is Salim?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he got like 3 accounts. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'll give him a chance, though, because, we want people to see the true colors of Islam. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
I'll be civilized, bro. I'll be civilized. Okay, bro. So you asked the question, are you allowed to lie? So lying is one of the worst things you can do, right? So the Prophet said only a hypocrite lies. It's one of the signs of a hypocrite. And lying leads to wickedness, and wickedness leads to hellfire. So like the Bible, there's a guy who's written an article, can't remember, from the Gospel Coalition, and I completely agree with him. What he's wrote.
He doesn't want to talk about Islam either.
Yeah. So guys, the reason why I spent the first 5 or 10 minutes explaining this idea of just war theory is because if they'll never want to touch the other 2 reasons according to that hadith, where it says you can do it to bring peace between 2 people, or you can lie to your wife. So the reason I brought that up was because so we can already just get this out of the way. There is an idea of just war theory, and there are conditions that need to be met in which you can do it. There are things that happen within that. The reason why that is not applicable, I'm just going to say this one last time. The reason why this is not applicable for Islam is because according to what.
Why are you running though? Why you keep running from me?
Get on that mute. You hear somebody talking?
My God, man, just stop, dude. Please.
This is what happens when you're raised by lizards in a desert, friend.
The reason why that doesn't work.
Let me just remind these people, please, guys, we want to have these conversations seriously. So when you come up, humble yourselves, take the shaitan out of you, leave him aside, and have a conversation, man. We're giving you guys an opportunity to prove your religion is either allowing lies or not allowing lies. And my question would be, who trusts a liar? So come on, man.
I'll just wrap it up with this. Basically, one of the conditions that needs to be met is that it must be reasonable. Just because you ran on the playground and said, nanny, nanny, boo, boo, stick your head in poo poo, that's not a good reason for you to go to war with somebody. But that's what the Quran says in chapter 9, verse 32. It says you can do that. So it doesn't meet that condition, which means that everything that follows from the unmet condition it just doesn't work after that. So please, I actually want somebody to address he request on accident. I just want somebody to talk about the other 2 situations according to that hadith. What is a good reason that you should lie to your wife? Like I'm trying to understand that. She's not at war with you. She's not your enemy. She married you. So why would you lie to her? I don't understand that.
What's really wild is we meet two of the conditions in which the Muslims are allowed to lie to us, and we're asking them, we're asking them questions, expecting them not to lie to us. Now, two of the fiqh books that I
Travis.
read. Hold on,
Travis,
just a second.
okay, I
He's
grant that.
talking, bro. He's talking.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done, friend. So, two of the conditions, Muhammad says war is established until the day of resurrection. There's not a day that goes by that the Muslims are not at war. And two, they can lie to us to bring peace between the people and to make Islam look better. So we're up here asking them if they're, asking them about this, expecting them not to lie to us. But these are two conditions in which they can lie to us. How do we even know that they're telling us the truth?
Okay, let me just quickly and
oh my God, when can I speak, yo?
You can speak now. Hang on, bro, man. It's okay. Watch this. Expose him. Your Muppet friend that was up here, the Salim guy, brought something interesting.
Yeah, Travis and Amin up here. Yeah, I know your Muppet friends. Yeah.
You see, now this is why we have to mute.
Oh, you're scared now because I'm giving you your own medicine.
Okay,
yeah, let's just move on and move to the next one.
Yeah.
Let me expose you now, Travis. Thanks for your interesting.
And hey, have fun with your child bride. Get her some nice balls.
It's like, why don't you guys grow up? Muslims, please, my God, grow up. Just because you marry a child doesn't mean you must behave like one. Come on, man.
I can't do it, bro. It's not possible.
Now, the Salim, the Muppet, came up and he said something interesting, which I have on my screen over here. That the sign of a hypocrite is someone that tells lies. The sign of a hypocrite tells lies. And let me read it. 3 are the signs of a hypocrite. When he spoke, he told a lie. When he made a promise, he acted treacherously against it. And he was trusted, he betrayed. Sounds like Muhammad, if you ask me. Right? Now, they're saying that a hypocrite is someone that lies. And yet lying is okay in Islam. Make it make sense. Let me bring up a Muslim. It's only these two Muppets that are requesting Dawood and exposing, which both of them can't really focus. So again, if there's any other Muslim that would like to join, you're more than welcome. Because these guys, you don't get anywhere with them.
Yeah, and Muhammad did this in chapter 66 of the Quran, where he told his wives he wasn't going to cheat on them no more with Maria the Cop. He makes a vow, and then God shows up and tells him he can break that vow. So he told his wife something that pleased him while he was cheating on them. Yeah, so this is why I asked the other day, and I pulled that article up. Actually, it was from a sheikh. And he said if you cheat on your wife, you don't have to tell her. Just tell God you ain't going to do it no more. Just know in your heart that you're sorry, but don't tell your wife because it's going to break up your home.
Now, I saw that video as well, and that was crazy because it's like you can lie to her, just, keep the peace. But you just cheated on your wife, which is a sin that you can have, stoning. This is like, it's okay, just don't tell her. It's between you and Allah.
But they're putting conditions on it that don't exist in the Quran. If you're telling her something to please her, this is an open door policy at any point in time to tell her something that's going to make her happy with you. I was at Hooters again, and I went home with the girl. I slept with her, but I don't have to tell you.
Guys, there's lots of people, Christians, requesting. I'm dropping you just in case it's TikTok doing this. Just bring you guys. So heavy Mars. I'm sure you guys are not requesting, so I'm just dropping you. If you are, then just let me know in the comments and I'll bring you guys up. But if there are any Muslims, you are more than welcome. And Zealot, if you want to come and show me that Rebecca was 3, you're more than welcome to. Because again, we want to have these conversations with you and to change topics. So if it's a topic that you want to come up and prove one day that Rebecca was 3 years old, I will do a live, was Rebecca 3? But until then, we have this topic where you're allowed to lie, and if you lie, you're a hypocrite. And if you're a hypocrite, then you're not a Muslim. Just try to make it make sense.
Okay, can we go to Ezekiel?
Chill, how does this help Islam? Are you allowed to lie in Islam or not?
No. I'm gonna show you how your God
I
can
didn't
lie.
ask you about Ezekiel.
Okay,
I'm
buddy,
asking
I'm
you
gonna show
about
you how your God can lie. So
okay,
can I
sure.
do that?
But that's not what we're talking about right now. When you open a
Okay, thank
live,
you very much. Go to
focus,
Ezekiel now.
focus,
We're talking
focus.
about Islam, friend.
When you open a live, you can tell everybody
You like
how Ezekiel tells you
you
can
just like
lie.
to point at
Right now, would you like
you
to
just like to
engage?
point at people,
It's not hard. Would you like to
but you don't like
engage? Would you like to
you don't
engage?
like pointing at
Going, mind your head.
you don't
Watch your burqa.
This
It's
is really
crazy.
sad, man. Yeah, it's really sad. Like,
It
you
is tough.
know, we would be much more charitable to you guys if when you come up, you just ask us like, hey, okay, well, what do you want to talk about? Is this a, and then we talk about the topic, and then depending on how the conversation goes, if you seem like a normal human being, then we could probably talk about Ezekiel or wherever it is that you want to go. But I mean, imagine we're on a Muslim stage. We come into your room, and instead of talking about the topic that you want to talk about, we just bring up random stuff. Do you think that you're going to engage with that?
So,
Like, come on.
no other Muslim brings up Ezekiel. What's going on here is God allows a lying spirit to go out and to deceive the prophets, because our Bible teaches you reap what you sow, right? The book of Psalm says that the wicked dig a pit and they fall into their own trap. The wicked lay a snare and they're caught by their own snare. So what God does is remove his hand of protection from these prophets, and what they're doing to people falls on their own heads. All he has to do is pull back his hand of protection, and a lying spirit
So you're
falls on
saying
them.
that your God
So
commits lying, yeah?
get on. No, we're not saying that. God says lying is an abomination.
You ran from me.
Oh my God!
Why
Dude,
are you
listen
still
to what
talking?
he's
4
explaining.
accounts.
Listen,
Oh my God,
our
man.
Bible says
Like a
lying.
little
Idiot.
Gosh, dude, it's because they're used to dealing with child brides. They don't have a severe ADHD problem, right? They're talking to their 6-year-old child bride, and then she starts playing with the dolls in the middle of rebuking them, and then it causes them to have this concentration issue. But God says that these wicked, lying, false prophets, their punishment is falling down on their own head. This is the whole context of the Bible. You reap what you sow. God does not promote lying. He says it's an abomination.
So let me just break this down. I'll give you guys verses so that you can pay attention to it. In John 8:44, it says, "You are from the devil, your father the devil, and you wish to do the desires of your father. That one was a murderer, and he did not stand fast in truth." Who didn't stand fast in truth? The devil, someone that lies, because the truth is not in him. Now Allah saying that you have no truth in you, lie. Because John says, when he speaks the lie, he speaks according to his own disposition, because he is a liar and the father of the lie. Proverbs 6:16-19 says, there are 6 things which Yahweh hates. Yes, 7 which are an abomination to him. He says one of them is a lying tongue, a false witness that utters lies. Titus 1:2 says, is based on a hope of the everlasting life that God, who cannot lie, promised long ago. Hebrews 6:18, it is impossible for God to lie. Ephesians 4:25, therefore now you have put away deceit. Each one of you speak truth with his neighbor. Colossians 3:5, do not lie to one another. Notice, your Allah lies and deceives, your Muhammad lies and deceives, Satan lies and deceives, and the 3 of them are telling you Muslims that lying and deceiving is okay. It's not a sin. Notice this, guys. The Quran is telling you that Allah and Shaitan Muhammad allow something that the God of the Bible sees as an abomination. And these 3, Muhammad, Allah, and Shaitan, are telling you it's okay to be liars.
Hey, we address the Bible now. Now, any Muslim that comes up, James can tell you to go back and watch the replay if you missed it.
Conscious, how are you, sir?
This is a Christian brother. What's up, Conscious?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
Did you want to add anything?
Oh, I couldn't hear anything. On what something was wrong with my phone, so I just tapped in.
No worries. Muslims request, come on. Here we go. So now that we've addressed that the Bible teaches you that you shall not lie, and our God is not a liar, but as we were told, the spirit of lies, Shaitan, he was allowed to go to people that have free will. And if they were tempted by Shaitan and they lied and they did something wrong, it was because of their weakness, not of God's weakness. We don't have a God that allows lying. That's out the way now. We've addressed it. We've moved on. So the same people that were saying that we have a God that tells lies, notice we've addressed it. We've moved on. So come back up, guys. Request, and let's focus now on the topic that's asking a normal question. Can you trust and believe in liars? He loves Prophet Muhammad, his family, and his companions. Is that a lie or is that the truth? How do we know what you're saying is true? How do we know you're not lying to bring people to Islam? Because that's what takiya is. It's a tactical deceit for spreading Islam. Any Muslims, notice, guys, the panic is real, but the exposing them is even better. They think they did something, they try to do something, and again, they fall flat on their faces. So guys, just one more time, there's over 300 people, both on combined with YouTube and TikTok. It's the Agents 007, the Agents 007 on TikTok. I'm trying, we just want more people to subscribe. The faster, the better, the more it grows, the more people get to see the hypocrisy, the lies that's allowed in Islam, with lives like these where it's unscripted. Bring up a Muslim. I don't know who the Muslim is. This is why I call these conversations with Muslims. Real conversations, real Muslims, not these dawah people, not these people that have been studying how to lie and stuff. Not those type of Muslims, but Muslims are every day that have been lied to. So this is why you'll notice the same people request, because the same people are trying to push the same lies over and over again. But Allah, he didn't know, he didn't think that we're going to get internet, you see. He didn't know that internet is going to be spreading the way it does. It's going to be exposing these lies and lies. And then while we're doing the shout outs, if you go to Amin and you go to his bio, you'll find his YouTube. Or in fact, somebody said if you go to the Amin 777, you'll find him there. It still comes to his other page. You've got LA Apologetics. You've got, I must give my man God Logic Alive a shout out because he's doing amazing work. So he's the God Logic on YouTube. You've got the One Apologetics. He's reached his 10,000 already before his birthday. So God bless you guys. King Apologetics. Yeah, Chris Claus, that's right. You've got One Way Apologetics, Chris Claus. You've got Biblical Mechanic. We've got, I was listening to Radar Apologetics. Guys, these people are doing amazing work. You've got Truth and Liturgy and Truth. You've got people like Rob Christian. You've got Pro-Life Chloe. I always end up forgetting some, and then I'll just be reminded again later.
Albial.
Yeah, Albial, the word and I. Thank you.
Oh, Jay and DOC, yeah.
Giant DOC, that's right. They back on, guys. They back on. Giant DOC. And we're going to get them to 10K in record time. So that's it. I just want to give those people a shout out. Yes.
How do you have 154 videos already? I didn't even know that.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just stream live, and then this is how many times I've been live.
Okay. So
only since the 16th of January.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm 2000 something, I think 2002 maybe. I'm just, you know, I just started 3 months ago, 4 months ago now maybe. So, you know, for me it's just to let this thing grow as slow as possible. Life, that's right, life 2.0. So, you know, I'm just a newbie trying to just, you know, let people learn and see the truth, because these are unscripted debates. Are people, they talk past each other, but things like this, we can stop them and have conversations with them. Let's see if we can get fired up.
Hello, people.
How are you, dude? You all good?
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly, man. We're just trying to work out. So far, we've had a few people come up and tell us that we're talking about lying in Islam. So just off the bat, are you allowed to lie in Islam?
I've been, you know, like half an hour ago, probably you were with a guy and you were giving him evidence from hadith, and I'm not gonna name I mean things apart from Quran, you know. I don't know, maybe it's fiqh or hadith, but it was something apart from Quran, right? And they say that most of this is being used from hadith. What?
Do you take hadith, bro?
Well, my first source is Quran, but the second source is hadith, but not all of them, to be honest. Like,
if it says sahih, it's not always sahih.
Some of them are. I compare it to logic and to Quran. If it's not,
my man, if you compare that to logic, my man, watch this, brother, watch this.
I accept
logic,
some and refuse some hadith. No,
yeah, but listen carefully now. Listen, if you take logic into the picture, then you can't be a Muslim. You can't use the Quran, because the Quran defies logic. Correct?
How does the Quran defies logic? I mean, how does that?
Logically speaking, does the sun set in muddy water?
And where is the problem if it's language that just, I mean, you're saying that this is a problem in I don't know.
Does watch this. Logically,
scientific false information, right?
My brother, logically speaking, does the sun set in muddy water?
But there is something called balagha. You know, you can't take it literally.
Okay, so you saying
it's
this
is
I
a field.
What you're saying. You're saying it's a metaphor, but this is what I'm asking you now.
Something like that, yeah.
So, if it's a metaphor, then we would find, because there's a hadith that confirms what was just said. Correct? There's a hadith that Muhammad says to a man. He says, "Do you know where the sun sets?" He doesn't say this is a metaphor, or this is the explanation of the verse. He confirms.
No, because I just told you.
But Muhammad confirms the Quran by saying the sun sets in muddy water. And he even goes, the verse says that they went to the people there. So it's an actual place and an actual event. Now, logically speaking, if we go through the Quran, you can't accept that the moon was split. You can't accept logically that Muhammad flew to the heavens, because we know that logic and Islam don't go together like Superman and Kryptonite, or an adult and a 6-year-old.
Okay, man, I understand your point. So you're just saying just that these are miracles. So let's start by the first point. You said
it's not a miracle.
It's because there is a hadith, right?
My brother,
I told you.
No, it's a Quran. In Quran, this is all Quran.
No, you said in the Quran where the sun sets, and then you said there is a confirmation by hadith, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
That's why I told you you might not take it on, because this metaphor, in fact, is the Quran is made up of a lot of metaphors.
Can I just ask you, how do you know when it's a metaphor and when it's not a metaphor?
Yes, I'm gonna give you this example. In Surah Al-Kahf, the cave chapter, there is a verse for example, where which means, I don't know if you understand some Arabic, but it's someone says to his friend, ask the village that we were in. So, or for example, they don't want the village as an actual the village, but ask rather the people, sorry, inside the village. And we use this metaphor. There's even English language. My English is not so
okay,
perfect, but I know it's there. So I can say, for example, I like your mind.
But I get you.
I like your thoughts.
So watch this.
You know what?
Can you show me any scholars that tell us that this is a metaphor? Where do I go to learn? So if you gave me a book, if you said to me, listen, there's a book that tells me all the verses that are metaphors, right? I would be able to have that book and I'll say, okay, these are all metaphors. But the scholars of Islam are saying that these are true events. I mean, there's videos by scholars from Saudi Arabia telling the students in a school that that science is lying to them when it says that the earth is round and the sun goes around it. The scholars of Islam saying that is a lie, that the sun doesn't. The sun actually prostrates under the throne of Allah, waiting for permission to come up again. This is what they have been told and are teaching.
Muhammad was asked this question. He didn't respond metaphorically. He said the sun sets in a spring.
Hey, bro. Okay, so you said these guys, you know what? This is problematic, this hadith thing. As you said, they are explaining these facts and they are giving this universal.
That's why I'm asking you, my man. If you have hadith, that's why I'm asking you if you have any book that I can go to that says that these are metaphors and these are actual events. Because again, we're talking about. 1 second.
I got you, bro.
So
yeah, the reason the Quran makes this mistake is because it took from the Alexander the Great story where he finds the sun setting in a photide sea. Hold on, and Alexander the Great builds the walls of Juj and Majuj. That's all in chapter 18 of your Quran. This is why the Quran thinks the sun sets in a mud puddle.
Okay, I will. So you're saying that there is simply some scientific pulses, but I think there is scientific facts that are more valuable than
we're going off topic. There's the science of Islam is all messed up. Sheikh Abu, Sheikh, are you
can't say that, man.
Sorry,
I can give you facts right now.
1 second, my brother. 1 second. Sheikh, are you a real Sheikh, or is that you just calling yourself a Sheikh?
No, man, I'm not.
Farid, 1 second, Farid. Just
first of all, I'm going to greet everybody on the board.
He's talking.
Oh, my son, how are you?
I'm fine. I hope everybody's doing well.
We all well, thank you. Are you a real Sheikh, or is that just your name?
I am a Sheikh. Do you know the meaning of Sheikh?
Are you a teacher of Islam?
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
He's not James. He's not a Muslim. He's got a picture of Muhammad on his profile.
I am an ex-Muslim.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So that I'm here.
Guys, come on, man. It says Muslims request. I don't need ex-Muslims to come up. I appreciate them. Thank God you're an ex-Muslim. But come on, man. Let me talk to Farid for a second.
Okay. So
Farid, listen carefully, right? Listen carefully now.
All right. Quran,
I'm gonna read a verse for you, and I want you to tell me if this verse is true or not true. Is it a metaphor or is it not a metaphor? So in the Quran it says that you shall have your religion and I shall have my religion. Is that a true statement or is that some type of metaphor?
I believe this in Kafirun.
Surah 109? Surah 109, verse 6.
So what do you mean by that? So you mean it's a literal meaning?
Is it true? Is that statement true or is it a metaphor?
Okay, the verse, can I read it from first?
Sure, you can. 109 verse 6.
I believe this has a relation with past verses.
Sure, go on.
He's talking to those who did not believe.
Yeah, just give me this verse. Is this verse true or not true? 109 verse 6. You have your religion and I have my religion.
It's correct. Like if they didn't want to be
Wait,
Muslims, then he
okay.
has his
So this
religion.
verse, this verse is a true verse in the Quran, existing today and effective today, correct? So
yes, but
does this verse still apply today?
Why you're saying like whether it still applies or not? You want to say if it doesn't apply, that this is false because it has to apply all the time?
I just want to know, do you guys use this verse? Does this verse exist in the Quran, and is it still being used today? For example, in Surah 2, Baqarah 256 says, "Let there be no compulsion in religion." Is that also a true statement? To you, your religion; to me, my religion, and there's no compulsion in religion.
And do you know what does that mean? Okay, I think I'm predicting the next idea, but this is, if you want to believe, then it's your free will. This is what I understand.
I'm very confused. Do you believe that these two verses are practiced in Islam today?
Well, I'm not forcing you. I think we are just discussing, right? I think.
Remember, my topic is lying okay in Islam? But go on.
What do you mean? I told you, I believe this verse should say something about your free will to whether join or not, but we are still having discussion, I mean. Yes.
Okay, what is abrogation?
Oh, can you give me synonym? Because I don't think I know this word.
Abrogation, it's in your Quran. It means it was taken out and replaced with something similar or something better. So these two verses that I read to you were actually abrogated, meaning they're not relevant anymore, because they were changed out with smite their necks and their fingers, slay the idolaters wherever you find them, fight the Christians and the Jews until the last day, strive against the disbelievers and hypocrites, be harsh with them, fight until the last everyone accepts Allah and Muhammad, his messenger. So these over here have come to us and have been given to us. Again, my question.
All right.
Islam, when a Muslim tells me, to me, my religion, you, your religion, basically agree then, if these were abrogated, then he's willingly lying to me, correct?
Okay, I think you're talking about copying verses and all of that, but what's
nothing to do with copying verses. It's removing the verses and replacing them with something else, something similar or something better. That's from your Quran. Your Quran says that. What is about abrogation?
Yes, this is actually about if there is a better thing, it could be replacing something else. But what's that about today? I don't get it. I mean, can you ask me direct question? Or?
I am asking you a direct question. Are these two verses that I just read to you, are they relevant? Are they practiced today, or have they been changed out with something better?
I told you, I mean, for my understanding, this one should say something like "Lakum dinikum waliya dini." You believe? I give you a verse then. The messengers are obliged to only deliver the message, but if you don't want to believe, it's not the matter of the messenger himself, but his mission is to deliver a message. And another
something else. That's something. Listen, the reason I brought up these two verses is because your Allah tells you in
general view, man.
But your Allah tells us in the Quran that you must fight with the people until they all accept only Allah. So how can you have your religion and me my religion, and then your Quran tells you that you must fight them until they only believe in Allah?
Excuse me, do you know why that verse was revealed? Do you know the story behind the verse before
you friend? We can teach our God. Hold on.
Exactly. This is, you know what?
You know, wait, brother.
Before we get into Akil came in without saying hello. One second, Farid. Akil didn't find the need to say hi to anyone. He just thought he'd talk. But okay, Akil, welcome. God bless you. How would you like to explain? First, before we go on, is lying allowed in Islam?
No, there are certain circumstances, such as to avoid a fight being.
Let me hang 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Sorry to stop you. Yes or no? Is lying allowed in Islam?
No.
No. Is lying a sin?
Yes.
Does sin come from Allah or does sin come from shaitan?
From shaitan, yeah.
So lying is from shaitan, correct?
Wait. No, wait, about shaitan.
Hang on, I'm trying. No, don't jump now. We're working out here. Lying is a sin. Sin comes from shaitan.
It does not come from shaitan. Shaitan makes you do the sin. There's a difference.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, let me start again. I don't want to misinterpret you, misquote you. So lying is a sin. Satan makes you sin.
Yeah.
And sin is a bad thing, correct?
Yeah.
Who makes you in 3 cases, who is the one that makes sinning okay?
Sinning okay?
What you said, except in 3 cases, correct?
There were certain cases, such as to avoid like a big fight from coming.
But just to understand, again, sin comes from shaitan. Satan makes you sin.
Yeah.
Now Allah is saying that these 3 times you're allowed to sin is
I don't know how many times. I didn't say how many. I think I said 3 by mistake, but
it is 3. But let me just tell everyone in the chat this.
Yeah.
Sinning is caused by shaitan, and Allah is allowing you or telling you that you can sin 3 times in 3 different occasions. So Allah makes you sin and shaitan makes you sin, correct?
No, Allah does not make you sin.
Okay, shaitan allows you to sin and
no,
Allah
Satan does not allow you. Satan makes you.
Okay, Satan makes you sin, Allah allows you to sin, correct?
No, Allah does not allow you to sin.
Does Allah allow you to sin in 3 cases?
No. He says these lies that I said, they're white lies. You know, when you say white lies,
I don't know where you get white lies from.
Sorry?
I don't know where you got white lies from. Let me read the hadith to you. It says, let me read the hadith. It says, it is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. Now let's stop there for a second. You said lying, I will get there, my brother. You said lying is caused by Satan, correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, look what it says. That lying is not lawful except in 3 cases. Who is the one allowing the lies?
Do you know what the lies are?
We are going to get there in a second. I'm going to read the whole thing. I'm asking you this question. Who is allowing the lies?
Allowing lies? What do you mean allowing lies?
It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. So lies are not allowed except in 3 cases. Who is allowing the lies in these 3 cases?
Okay, before I answer who is allowing to lie, let's see what the 3 cases are.
Okay, beautiful.
Do you know?
Something the man tells his wife to please her, to lie during war, and to lie in order to bring peace between the people.
Okay.
Who allowed, hang on a second, listen to my question again. Who is the one allowing these lies?
I don't know how to say what to say, because
it's called Allah. Let me help you. It's Allah.
Listen.
Who allows these lies not to be lies?
Yeah. Allah
Say
says you can do this because it's not a sin. These lies.
Allah, I got you. So Allah allows these lies, correct?
These are white lies, man. These are white lies.
It didn't say white lies. We both read it together now. It didn't say white lies.
Oh my
it said
God.
lies.
Brother, look at this, brother. Listen to me. Do you think making wife happy?
It's okay. Let's read first before we start talking about
I know the hadiths.
There's more than you. There's 300 people listening. So let's read. It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. So it's not lawful to lie because lying is sin. But someone said it's okay. I wonder who said it. Somebody said it's okay. Something that man tells his wife to please her, to lie during war, and to lie in order to bring peace between people. Now, I missed the word. Sorry, my mistake. I missed the word. It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. Something the man tells his wife, white lie, to white lie during war, and to white lie in order to bring peace between people. So if you notice, guys, I forgot the word white. It's hidden in with invisible
I did not say
just
that.
there, and invisible ink somewhere along here. So now we know it's white lie. Now watch this. If you lie to your wife, does that make you a liar?
It does. No, see, it says the wife to please her, not to just lie. It doesn't just directly lie.
When
It
you
says
lie to your wife to please her, did you lie to your wife?
to keep her happy. Why wouldn't I?
Did you
If she
lie
was
to your wife? Focus on the question. Did you lie to your wife to please her?
lie to please her, not just lie.
Did you lie to her?
Please her, to please
Did you
her.
lie to your wife to please her?
I wouldn't lie to my wife unless I can please her.
Take your Isa off. Did you lie to your wife to please her?
Yeah, why wouldn't
So
I?
you lied, correct?
If she, oh my God. See, this is the thing. To please her, you should
We don't care
understand
about
the
the
backdrop of where it came
justification,
from.
friend. We don't care about justification. You
This
still
is
lie.
this is shockingly shocking. You
Oh
guys
my
are
God.
this slow. So yes, you pleased her, but you had to lie to her to please her, correct?
You don't you understand these are white lies?
Did you lie to your wife to please her?
What if she? Okay, this is the thing. This is the
Did
case
you
that
lie to your wife to please her?
if okay, this is this case
Oh my
of where
God,
it
it
comes
can't
from.
be that hard. What other languages do you speak?
Listen,
What
if
languages do you speak? Because it's
you're
obvious
not
you
letting
don't
me
understand
speak.
English.
If you keep on speaking and say what you want, I can't justify my case over here.
But
Would you
before
listen
you
to me for a
justify it,
second?
answer the question.
Would
Did
you listen to me
lie
for a second
to
before
your
I
wife?
answer?
My man, please. It's a yes or no, then explain. Did you lie to her to please her?
Yes. Now, do you want me to
So you're a
explain
liar.
it? Do you want me to explain why?
Sure.
Okay. Now, this hadith was revealed to allow people to bring peace between people, to save marriages, because we care about marriage. Okay. And if my wife wears
we understand.
clothes
We
and she
understand. We
asks if I
understand that.
look fat,
Look,
and I say no, you
are
look
liars,
beautiful.
Watch this. Akil, are liars hypocrites?
Liars are hypocrites?
Are liars hypocrites?
Could be. Yes.
Could be. Let's see if it's true. Let's just go down just a couple of lines. Hang on a second. Let me just go to there. Just go down a couple of more lines and let's see. The Prophet said, the signs of a hypocrite are 3. Whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. So if you're lying to your wife, does that make you a hypocrite? So every day your wife says to you, listen carefully now. Stop talking and listen. Every single day your wife says,
you're not letting me
hang on a
speak. There's no
second, please
point.
listen. Please
you don't
listen.
understand the
He's in the middle of talking, friend. Stop.
Listen. If your wife asks you every day, Akil, am I looking chubby today? And every day you say to her, no, honey, you're not. That means you lie to her every time you speak to her. You lie to her and you say, no, you're not. That makes you a hypocrite and a liar, correct?
The answer is yes.
Googling. God bless you, my brother Chris.
Salam alaikum, you brothers.
Salam alaikum, bro.
Chris, what up?
Chris, if your wife, if you went to your wife and you lied to her, and let's just say even to make peace, just to keep the peace, you lied to her. She said, Chris, where did you go last night? And you were at the pub, but you were like, no, I was just, driving around, and she accepts that. He's gone. And she accepts that and she's quiet about it. But then someone comes up and says, you know what, Chris, yes, you're fine. You were caught drunk driving, whatever. And she finds out you were at the pub. You lied because you didn't want to tell her you went to the pub, but you got busted because you were caught speeding or drink driving. Now, would your wife be happy with you, or would she give you a good tongue lashing and tell you to shape up?
My wife would probably give me a good 434.
Because lies is bad, correct?
Lies is from the pit of hell.
So I wanted to ask him, bro. I wanted to ask him, like, what are the color lies? Like, are there black lies? Are there blue lies? Like, what are they? And what's their ranking?
It's all, yeah, the hadith or yeah, the sahih. But notice this again, guys. Farid, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so again, a liar is a hypocrite according to your Quran, according to your hadiths. That probably goes against what you believe, because you don't really take many hadiths because they all kind of seem weird and not logical. Sahih, Farid, if your wife came home and lied to you, would you trust her?
I don't know if you why you're still caught up in this hadith thing.
No, forget the hadith. Forget the hadith. Listen carefully to me. If your wife lies to you, if she lied to you once, you go be like, yeah, okay, she said I went to my sister, but she was, you know, just at the market. And then she lies again and again and again because she wants to keep the peace. Or even if you do that to her and you lie to keep peace, and she finds out that you lied to her, can she trust you?
Well, I'm not hard to judge, you know. I'm not married yet, you know what I mean?
Watch this, man. I'm asking you now. If I was on this live and I lied to you the entire time I'm on the live, would you trust me?
You got a logic and you are sticking to it, so maybe I don't know what you're asking me, but
watch this. My man Speedy's here. Speedy, if I lied to you 10 times a day, every day, would you trust me?
Hell no.
Hell no. Why?
Because you're a liar.
Thank you. Someone that tells lies is a liar, correct?
Yes.
Now, your Quran says that you're allowed to lie. Now, if your wife finds out that you keep lying,
what do you mean?
Her,
your Quran
let me talk to the guy, please. If your wife finds out, Speedy, that you've been lying to her every day, or you find out that she lies to you every day, she says she's going to a sister, but you know, she's maybe going to watch a movie or something, you eventually not going to trust her, correct?
No, but you also said something that caught my attention. You said lying to establish peace is good, but
I didn't say that. I never said that once.
No, that's
what I said was lying is lying, and the Quran your hadiths tell us that someone that lies is a hypocrite.
Oh, 100%. Whoever
so
lies.
How do you trust? Now watch this. Now watch this, Speedy. Muhammad said it's okay to lie. Allah lies in the Quran, right? He lies to the Christians, the Jews, and makes them believe that Jesus was crucified. He lies in a few other places. I'm not going to go there right now. But now, how can I trust a God that lies to his own people? And how do I know that I can trust him? Because as you said, someone that lies is a liar.
I'm just going to say God does not allow lies. If you look at Surah 25, look at 25:72.
Read it for me, bro.
Sure. They are those who do not fear. They are those who do not bear false witnesses, and when they come across falsehood, they pass it with dignity.
But that's outside the 3 instances, correct?
No, it can still apply, because, bruh, if you make peace on a lie and the lie comes out, you have no peace.
Okay, so again, is lying okay?
No.
Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
No.
So when the 3 cases are presented to us, where it says you can lie in 3 cases.
That's a hadith.
Okay, now you became a Quran only?
No, but the Quran says otherwise. It literally says in 25:72,
but in the
do
Quran,
not
Allah lies.
bear false witnesses.
But Allah bears false witness. Allah lies in the Quran. He lies to Christians about the crucifixion. He makes them believe that Jesus was crucified. In fact, there's more, because he lies in the Quran when he says, in the Quran, he says that there will be no more miracles. The miracles have ended, and then all of a sudden, Muhammad is doing miracles, Jesus is doing miracles, so he lied. So some part of the Quran is a lie. I'm asking again, your Quran confirms that Allah lies. Allah does lie. He's supposed to stop sending signs and miracles, then he doesn't, and then he does, because he says he refrained from sending it. Then he lies to his followers. The disciples of Jesus are called Muslim. He lies to them, making them believe that Jesus was crucified by deceiving them. Now again, Allah lies, Muhammad lies, Muslims are taught to lie, and lies come from Satan, doesn't it?
Where can you are exaggerating a bit on that Jesus matter, because God in fact said to Jesus, are you inviting other people to worship you or any God other than me? Then Jesus has to say no. This is in the verse. I don't know.
But it was Jesus crucified.
Avery, did you just wake up?
But
because that has nothing to do with what James said. James didn't say that Allah lied about that. What Allah lied about was the crucifixion of Jesus to the apostles.
And I think you're the one that woke up, you know, because I'm giving you the raw thing. God is God and Jesus is a prophet. You know what I mean now?
So let me help you again, Farid, because again you didn't pay attention. Pay attention. Was Jesus crucified or not?
No, in fact, no.
Okay, beautiful. Was made to appear that he was crucified?
What?
Was it made to appear that he was crucified?
He was his identical, like, I don't know.
False
witness. Like Jesus.
Yeah. So someone else took the place of Jesus, and then everybody believed it was Jesus, correct?
Yes, that's the. But Jesus, the actual Jesus, the prophet, was not crucified.
Pay attention. Who made it appear to the people that it was Jesus that was crucified?
I tell you what made it look to the people, because in the actual Arabic
made it appear to the people that Jesus was crucified?
I will tell you, and you will know it because it's easy. In the verse it says shubbiha lahum. Shubbiha means shubbiha lahum means Arabic is actually complex, you know. Shubbiha means they looked like to their eyes that it's him.
Who made it appear?
It's like an identical twin.
Who made it appear to them that it was Jesus on the cross when it wasn't?
What made it? It's because this man looks. This is the direct cause, because this man who was on the cross looks like Jesus.
And maybe Fatih can answer. Fatih, you there?
Yes, I'm giving you a direct answer, man. This is the direct cause.
Who? Friend?
Allah's making them lie right now, guys.
Farid, I'll ask you one more time.
All right. Yeah.
Who was it that made it seem to those people that it was Jesus on the cross?
Somebody is commenting identical twin, but I know if.
Can you stop reading and start thinking?
Yes, logically.
Who was it that made it appear to them?
Hello.
All right. You don't know exactly, but the direct cause is because he looks like Jesus.
Okay, so you don't know who made it appear to them?
It's the person that looks like Jesus.
Hello.
Is a direct cause.
1 second, brother. 1 second. I just want to ask you.
Have you never ever met the man who looks?
My man, please, Farid, please. Who was it that made it appear to them that Jesus was on the cross?
I gave you an answer.
Did Jesus do it himself, or did Allah make it appear to them that it was Jesus on the cross?
I'm answering you based on the verse. I was not there.
Fatih,
have a good one.
Sorry, go on, Travis.
No, he doesn't. He wants to abandon because he knows that the most widely
Let me
held
correct
view,
the brother, please.
the most widely held view in Islam is that God, this is one of his miracles. He made someone else look exactly like Jesus. He bore false witness Speedy said and made everyone believe Jesus was up there.
Can I correct the brother, please?
Sure, you can.
Okay. Did Christians say Jesus is crucified?
Just 1 second. 1 second. Before we go to that again, because you're jumping on his back, I just want to ask you with regards to the topic. Is lying a sin?
Yes, it's sin, yeah.
Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
Allowed to lie. Clarify that for me, please.
Are you allowed to tell lies in Islam?
What kind of lie?
Oh my God. Are you allowed to tell lies in Islam?
No, you're not allowed to lie. Okay, go ahead.
You're not allowed to lie in Islam?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, notice this, guys, again. So lies is a sin, and you're not allowed to tell lies in Islam, correct?
Okay. Is moral allowed to lie in Christian?
I didn't ask you that. Why do you guys keep running away from these things?
I'm not running. We have to be.
I said no, you can't lie in Christianity. Now focus, please, Fatih. I'm going to show you this. Focus. You said lying is a sin, and you're not allowed to lie in Islam, correct? Notice that now what happens now, guys. It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. Are you allowed to lie in 3 cases in Islam? Come back, my man. It's not that far. It's okay, I got answer the question. It's a simple one. Are you allowed to lie in 3 cases in Islam? Okay, let me make it more juicy. Since lying is a sin, are you allowed to sin in 3 cases in Islam?
Fatih's probably still talking. You have to unmute Fatih.
This is why these are perfect, fantastic clips. Is sinning a sin? Is lying a sin?
Bro, let me talk, bro. Oh, look. Sure. In the first case,
God lied.
One second, my brother on the top. Just 1 second. Fatih, again, listen to my question. You said lying is a sin, and you're not allowed to lie in Islam.
Yes.
It's not lawful to lie except in 3 cases.
I didn't say that. You said that. So tell me which one of the 3 cases.
Focus. Are you allowed to lie or sin in 3 cases in Islam?
What are the 3 cases? Explain to me, please. I don't know.
I didn't ask you that yet.
Okay.
According to the hadith, yes or no?
Which hadith?
Are you allowed to sin, to lie in Islam?
Which hadith?
The one that is on screen.
I don't see it, sir. I don't see it. You see it?
I don't see it.
Okay, maybe buy me a glass, please. Don't call me blind.
Okay, yeah, it's on the screen. Fatih, focus, because now you're going to panic. It's okay. It's Jami al-Tirmidhi, 1939. 1939.
Sahih?
It's Sahih. It's on the screen. Sahih. With a big S.
Okay, give me the number. I'm going to look at it too.
Jami, can somebody write this? At-Tirmidhi 1939. Tirmidhi 1939.
Okay, just give me a second.
Lying is a sin, and you're not allowed to lie in Islam, and we can find out now whether lying is allowed or not.
Okay.
So can you read it out for everybody, please?
I can't see it. I'm
on your screen. Can you use your screen and read it for me?
Okay, I'm just turning on my laptop. Oh, just a second.
No worries.
Beautiful. While I'm waiting for it, can God deceive the prophet in your Bible?
Yeah, I'm sure he did according to you, but that's not my point right now. Right now,
no.
Don't. I'm interested in that. I'm not interested in you trying to say whataboutism. I want you now to get your laptop to start.
I'm just telling you. Well,
you borrow your Daif internet.
God deceive people in the Bible.
Yes. Can you please, Fatih, you're starting to manifest because you saw what's going on. So just relax, bro. Don't be like a panic button over there and, just, press it to get dropped. Just focus.
Yeah, Fatih, you want to jump to Christianity, you don't even know Islam, friend. You never heard this until today.
They know this, man. They're lying about knowing it. See, because you lie in Islam.
That's the thing, is how do we know when they're lying to us?
Exactly.
They might be bringing peace between the people.
Yeah, he's bringing peace between them. But again, guys, notice lying is a sin. Lying is a sin in Islam. But you're allowed to sin in 3 cases or lie in 3 cases by the will of Allah.
Can you give me the number, please?
Oh my
1939.
goodness. 1939. Tirmidhi 1939. On the screen, for those that don't have it, you guys can go there.
Oh, this is good. This is easy to remember because Muhammad married one 9-year-old and waited 3 years for her to turn 9 before he consummated.
That's good, dude.
Easy to remember.
This is the
I do this in Fathia.
Fatty,
I do this in my mind to remember.
Bro. You don't need to answer. You just focus.
I can't with you sometimes, Travis. Man, you got me dying laughing again.
That's how I remember numbers, so I come up with stupid stuff like that in my head.
But again, just for those that don't know, according to Allah's apostle, he said the signs of a hypocrite are 3. Whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. Imagine that.
There's so many things for them to keep up with, James. Like that's why it's so hard for them to defend it, because there's so many holes, so many things that hinder them.
Let me just quick out to normal is overrated. He says, without lies, Islam dies.
Hello.
This is proof of it. Without lies,
Hello.
Islam dies. You say there.
Hello.
Wait, James, bring that one. Fatih, how are you?
Okay. The point that you're pointing at, something a man tells his wife to please her.
Hang on, before we move on.
Okay.
Before we move
second
on.
one.
Hang on, it's okay. Hang on, before we move on. Can you read from the start? Read, it is not lawful. Say that part.
No, I'm just reading the whole 3 points.
No, don't read the 3 points. Read from the start where it says it is not lawful to lie except in cases. So you're allowed to lie, tell lies, be a liar in 3 cases. Tell
What are the 3
everybody.
cases? You keep saying lie. What is the liar point? What are the 3 points? Say it, please. Does it hurt to say it?
Say it. It's in front of you. On the
It says
screen.
something you tell your wife to please her.
Yeah.
To lie during the war, and to lie in order to bring a peace between 2 people.
So are you allowed to lie in Islam?
What did the damage did you do in the 3 points?
Listen again.
What kind of damage did you do on this point? You said just
Betty, focus. Are you?
I'm telling you.
Are you allowed? Again, before we get to the verse, the chapter now, before we get to the hadith, listen again. I'm going to ask the question. Yes or no? Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
What kind of lie? I just told you the 3 points are not permissible.
Yes or no? Are you
permissible.
allowed to lie in Islam?
What kind of lie? If I tell you,
okay,
it doesn't matter.
Let me make it simple for you, idiot. Are you allowed to lie to your wife?
To lie to your wife about what?
Are you allowed to lie to your wife?
To lie to please her?
To tell her that you're the best lover in the world. I don't know, man. To please her. Okay, to please her. Okay, are you allowed to lie to your wife?
Woman in the world. So what?
Are you allowed to lie to your wife?
Listen, tell your wife. If you tell your wife she's the most beautiful woman in the world, are you lying
Watch
to her?
your head.
Focus. Are you allowed to lie to your wife to please her?
If you tell your wife she's the most beautiful woman,
are you
in the world,
allowed to lie to your wife to please her?
Oh God, this guy is an idiot. Bye,
Yes
man.
or no?
Fatih, stop being a robot.
Oh, fuck.
Yes or no?
You're liars.
I'm not.
That's
It's just to please her.
I just want a yes or no answer, please. It's not
It's
difficult.
just to please her.
Are
Yes,
you
yes, just to
allowed
please her.
to
Only to
lie
please
to
her.
your wife to please?
Yes.
Ask me that question,
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Mashallah. Are you allowed to lie during war?
Yes.
Are you allowed to bring peace between people?
Yes.
So you are allowed to lie in Islam?
No, no. Generally, no.
Bro.
Hey, Ali.
Generally, no.
Ali,
breath, guys.
Joe, please, can I ask this question? I've been dying to ask it all morning. Ali, how do we know that you're not lying to us to bring peace between us and you? This is what happens. This is what happens when your credibility shot from following a lie. How do we know that you're not lying to us to bring peace between people?
Or to bring people to Islam?
Right.
Answer Fatih's question. No, I am not lying when I tell my wife she's the most beautiful woman in the world, because my wife is the most beautiful
woman in the world.
Amen.
So I am not lying when I say that to my wife.
Amen. Notice again, guys. I just want to sorry, Travis, 1 second.
Oh.
Okay, go on, Travis.
No, he left. I think the question is too tough, man.
It's tough.
So I just want to let you know this. Notice the simple questions without lies Islam dies, spot on, because they had to lie when they got up here. My question was simple. Are you allowed to lie in Islam? No. Is lying a sin? Yes. You read the hadith? Yes, but when are you allowed to lie? Oh, you're allowed to lie to her to please her, but did you lie? Yes. Did you lie during the war? Yes. Did you lie in order to bring peace between people? Yes. Are you allowed to lie in Islam? No.
No. Oh, God, bro.
You can't make this up. Crazy.
It's tough, bro.
Oh man, it's worse than tough for people. So if you guys want to marry a liar, be with a liar. Imagine you women. Imagine all you women listening. You guys are going to find yourself a Muslim man if that's what you're interested in. He will be able to lie to you just to keep you happy. Just to keep you happy, smiling. You like, man, my food. You like, did you like the food? He says yes, and you're gonna be like, oh, no. And then you're gonna look at him thinking, man, I was on James's live, and these guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw away Christianity.
Happy.
You only stop, man.
Okay, Eunice, man. Let's start with you. Focus on what so what I'm saying.
Get in there, Rick James.
What you hear in your head, right? So focus on what I say, what's in your head. Are you in Islam? Let me start with this. Is lying a sin in Islam? You can do it. Unmute yourself, Eunice.
Don't mute me in the first place, because I'm thinking like I'm muted and then I talk.
Focus. Is lying a sin in Islam?
You're repeating yourself, bro. It's the same thing.
You're Muslim. It might be because you.
Subhanallah.
Anyway, is lying a sin in Islam?
Allow me to answer, please. All right. Lying is a sin except in 3 occasions: to please your wife, during war, and to keep peace between people.
Okay,
also,
hang on a second.
You are allowed to lie.
Slow down.
Also, I got
Slow down. You said lying is a sin. These 3 cases, these lies are not sins, correct?
Yes, they're not sins.
And
then I got one more for
that these lies are not sins.
Allah. I got one more for you.
So hang on. So Allah allows lies.
I got one more for you.
So I'm not trying to one more. I need you to focus.
I answered you like you wanted, bro.
My man, focus, brother. Come on, man.
See, this is the problem.
Slow down, Eunice. This is why. Don't let Chris tell you to shut up, bro. Just listen carefully. This is why we say I'm trying to understand and establish. We know now that lies is a sin. Lies is something that Shaitan will want you to do, but you are saying that these lies are okay because these lies are allowed by Allah, correct?
Yeah, like, it's also allowed to lie to bring people to the gospel. Is it not?
No, it's not. No, focus.
Man,
focus. Stop running to
Notice how
the
you do
Bible.
this quick
Thanks
when
for
I
coming,
say
brother.
that.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
I can't handle this. It's whataboutism. It's ridiculous with you guys.
It's making up
Seriously.
stuff.
It makes me talk louder and try to overtalk you, and just let me ask the question. It's simple. It's like it's just 3 or 4 questions. Are you allowed to lie in Islam? Is lying a sin? Does Allah allow you to sin? And then you say those are not lies. So if you tell the same lie to your wife and you say the same to your mother, is that a lie though? Travis, I didn't think of that one. Is that lying? Is that lying to your? You said to your mother, "You're the most beautiful woman in the world." Now she's not your wife. Did you lie to your mother?
You're not allowed to lie to her in that case.
So then you must just say, "No, mom, you like a dog. And you don't look good."
So I guess a Muslim would have to tell their mom she fell out of the ugly tree and hit all the branches on the way down.
Well, you would.
That's wild.
Yeah, well, that's my next question for the same question. Okay, you're gonna say your mom says to you, "Hey, am I looking good today?" And you lied to her. Is that a sin?
Also, a Muslim, when they walk up to their mom and they initiate conversation with their mom, do they bark?
For those asking, it's Tirmidhi 1939, where you're allowed to lie. Ami at Tirmidhi 1939.
He said, he answered, he was like, "You're only allowed to lie in 3 cases," and then told a lie that's outside of the saying that we can lie in our gospel.
Do they hear themselves, bro? They come up and say, lying's not allowed in Islam, and then James asks them 10 seconds later if they're allowed to lie, and then they say yes.
It's amazing.
So this is why it's on YouTube, and you guys can always go back and watch it. Show your families, if you guys are Muslim, remember that the representation that I'm not asking them to come up. These guys are requesting to lie to us when they come up.
Hey, Peasy, God bless you, but I think James is only bringing up Muslims right now, bro.
Yeah, please, brothers and sisters, I love you guys. God bless you. Just let me bring up. I want to ask you one question. Yunus, don't unmute. Listen, please. Yunus, if your mum says to you, "I'm not going to be looking." Hang on a second. Stop talking. If your mum says to you,
I'm just saying, I'm not going to be up
can
here
you
speaking
listen,
about
please?
my mom, bro.
Stop talking. Okay, your sister says to you, "Am I looking good in this dress?" And you lie to her and you say, "Yeah, you're looking good." Is that a... He's gone. I have another super chat or sticker. This is again normal is all. It says, "A liar knows best." Not Allah knows best. Liar knows best. I like that. That was good. But my mind keeps working when I ask these questions because I'm trying to find another way of asking them to show you how silly their answers are. And you guys see it. They couldn't say the same thing to mums as they would to their wives, because to the wife it's not a lie, but to the mum, to the mum, it is a lie.
So James, I used to visit my 90-year-old grandma in the nursing home. She had dementia really bad, and she would ask things like after putting on dresses, like, "Does this dress make me look sexy?" And I would be like, "Ooh, grandma, I never thought about you." Like I'd tell her the truth, right? Like she literally has like one grave and the other on a banana peel, and I think these Muslims would probably lie to her and say, "Grandma, you're sexy as all get out, bro."
Kareem Jabbar, welcome to come up. There you are.
So let me get this straight. We got the head nut scratcher, the African booty scratcher, and we got the Hindu curry looking.
Well, that was
against the truth.
That was profound, bro.
Okay.
Hey, what me? Well, why didn't he add in there?
He was about to. He cut you. Muted him. Somebody muted him.
Well, I was gonna let him get it off his chest, because the other day, guys, a Muslim came up like, "I don't like you, and you said this, and you lie, and you did that," and I let him say it. And when he said, "Is that it? Anything else?" And then I said, "Okay, so why don't you like me?" I said, "This is not a dating app.
And then he said, I'm a liar. I said, tell me what I'm about. He says, you're always lying. I said, tell me what I lied about. So when you allow them to get it off their chest, notice that it's the empty vessels that make the most noise.
Yeah.
Please, Muslims request. It's a topic again, man. Mo, how are you?
I'm fine.
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Lying a sin?
Well, yes, it is.
Okay, so lying is sin. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
No.
Are you a Sunni?
Yes.
So remember what you said now. You just said lying is sin, and you're not allowed to lie in Islam. I'm going to read a
Okay,
hadith
can I give
for
you an
you.
example?
I'm going to give you. No, hang on a second. I'm going to read a hadith for you. Tell me
No,
if this
can I
hadith
give
is
an
true.
example? Go. Let me give you an example.
Of a lie?
No. Yes. Let me say what I want.
No, hang on. Just to understand again. Lying is a sin, and you're not allowed to lie in Islam. That's what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Okay. Let me give you an example, James. Okay.
No, we're gonna give you 3 examples. Don't worry. We got you.
Okay. Conscious. Let me ask you a question. Yeah?
No, don't just jump around, brother. Don't jump
Okay.
around.
James, let me ask you a
Oh my
question.
gosh, dude,
We're
slow
going
down.
to give you
Don't panic.
3.
Okay, don't panic, please. It's okay. So you're going to give an example of what?
A lie.
So is it a lie?
Yes, it's a lie.
Give an example of a lie. I know
No.
many lies.
Let me explain. Let me explain. Are you going to talk over?
Explain the lie to me? Okay, go for it.
Okay. Let me explain.
Okay, explain the lie.
Mo, just 1 second.
Oh, for God's sake, man! Why does it read? Let me explain.
Because they're laughing at you.
Before you try to explain, you better be explaining it from Islam.
Okay, I will. Can I?
Yeah, sure. Explain a lie.
Okay, who should I speak to then? James?
You're talking to me.
Okay, James. Right. Let me give you an example. Okay, your mother, yeah, she's got cancer. Now she had to have her head shaved off for chemotherapy. She says to you, James, honey, how do I look? You can say, Mom, you look like Kojak. Kojak, you know the Kojak, the detective. Are you going to say that to her? Yes.
Probably.
Yes or no?
Probably, because we have that honest conversation. But I want you to understand. Watch this, guys. Now watch. Remember my question a minute ago.
James, that's your mom.
Remember a minute ago.
James,
so would you
say
like?
your mom looks
slow
like
down,
Kojak.
brother. Slow down. Would you?
Your mom looks like Kojak.
I know.
You're gonna say, Mom, you look like Kojak.
Focus.
Well, we just wouldn't tell her she looked like Kojak. We have to lie to her.
Focus, Mo. Focus. Would you like
Oh
your
my
mom?
God! You can say, look like a bold skinhead.
Mo, stop panicking. Would you lie to your
Panicking
mom?
so bad.
Hang on, please, guys. Mo, would you lie to your mom?
Man, you guys are so funny.
Mo,
So your mom looks like a Nazi, then bald-headed.
Mo, would you lie to your mom? It's a simple question, bro.
No. But you said it. You said, Mom.
No.
So you wouldn't
said,
lie
Mom,
to
you
your
look like Kojak. Wow. Does your mom look like a bald-headed Nazi?
We
say that to
wouldn't. Here, we wouldn't call her
Hang on a
names.
second.
We could not lie to her. We'd be like, Mom, I can go help you get some hair. Not in
Okay,
Islam,
so
though.
watch
Your
this.
prophet
If
forbid.
Muhammad's in front of you, would you be honest with him and say you're a pedo pig and you slept with a child? Or would you lie to him because that's what you guys are?
Good question.
To ask him that.
You know what's funny about this? Is he sat up here and said, lying is a sin in Islam, and no, you cannot lie in Islam. And then gives a reason why you can lie in Islam.
Bro, you know in Islam, real quick, Bones. You know in Islam though, Muhammad cursed the cancer patient that needed false hair. We'll do that like next time we do the how women are treated in Islam topic. Muhammad said that the woman is cursed for getting false hair and the one that gave the false hair. So these little kids in cancer wards that are getting false hair, Muhammad said they're cursed.
Guys, please, Muslims request, please, if you sometimes TikTok is making a lot of Christians request, and I'm just dropping you guys. But if you are a Muslim and you did request, please, I apologize. Boneless, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I think your children need more attention than we do.
They're all like that.
Okay, man. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah, mashallah, shame. You know, we all have our problems. But my man, are you
Yeah, we
allowed
all
to
have.
lie in Islam?
Well, it depends. There are white lies. I think
Is
you
white.
are.
So
Yeah,
all the
white
white
lies.
people.
Yeah.
So when you say white lies, is a lie a sin?
Actually, it depends on the situation, but general, if you're trying to deceive someone or something,
I'm not asking you. I'm not
big
asking you about
lies.
white
Yeah.
lies. I'm not asking about in general. I'm asking you: is lying a sin?
Lying is a sin.
Beautiful. So lying is a sin. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
The part where it gets divided, not a yes or no question. It's a question and saying that you're allowed to do white lies.
Okay, so show me where I can find you're allowed to do white lies. Are there black lies?
I'm not. No, you know what I mean by white lies. I'm being raised.
If a white lie,
But
if a white lies are good and the black
I'm not
lies are bad,
mufti or
come
anyone, so
on now.
I don't read the hadith that much.
Hey, Bone, just ask you, if the white lies are good and the black lies are bad, what's going on here?
Yeah. No, not black lies. You know what I mean by white lies. Lies that
give me an example
actually,
of a white lie.
For example, when I'm talking to my son and he's being difficult, I can say, "Oh, if you're doing this, I'm going to keep you in this naughty chair," but I'm not going to keep him in the naughty chair. But he stops.
So you're basically threatening him.
I never do that.
But you threaten
Yeah,
him
of
that
course.
you will do.
Yeah.
Parenting one-on-one.
James, can I ask a question real quick?
Bro.
So Bunless, in the hadith, Muhammad says that your husband lie to you in order to make you happy. So would you want a husband who goes out and cheats on you and then comes back and when you ask him about it, you want him to lie to you about that? To make you happy?
That's where I think that's where you guys get confused.
No. This is what your sheikh said. They said he doesn't have to tell you.
No, they aren't about not lying about things like that. I think lying about something to keep the marriage alive, not because he did something bad.
Wait, this would be one of those instances.
Like, what would you say if you said, "Hey, do I look fat?" And of course, you're not going to say you look like a pig.
Listen to my example.
Wives. I'm sorry. I'm going to just say, mute you for a second. Bonus. I want to say this, guys. I'm dead honest. If my wife look good in something, I'm going to tell her so she doesn't embarrass herself. Just know that. I just want to read this from page 6Z. He says there is like 7 different ways they lie. You guys should have the list ready with what they mean and where to find them. So the different lies being told in Islam, you have takiya, which is a tactical deceit for spreading Islam. You have kitman, deceit by omission. You have tawriya, which is deceit by ambiguity. You have taisa, which is not having to observe all the tenets of Sharia. You have durura, which is deceit to engage something haram or forbidden. You have muruna, which is the temporary suspension of Sharia to make Muslims appear moderate. And the last one is, fun enough, dawa. Dawa is also listed as one of the ways to lie to non-Muslims to bring them to Islam.
And the list is actually longer than that. There's hiyal. There's other forms of lie. There's like a whole grocery store shelf full of lies that they can grab.
Exactly. So again, there are different lies. It's just that takiya is the most people know. And the funniest thing is, I was looking at the word takiya, and that white kufiya thing they put on their heads, believe it or not, actually called takiya. So they have the lies on their heads. The white cap they have on their head is called takiya. You can't make this up.
I want to ask. I want to ask him, James, if black lies matter. I mean, if there's white lies.
I was thinking that, man, but this guy, I don't think he gets it.
He wouldn't get it. He wouldn't like.
So James, an example of Sharia would be I went over to a Muslim house and you knocked on his door, and his wife answered the door. He was in the kitchen, but the door she answered is in the living room. And you ask, "Is your husband here?" She can honestly say, "No, he's not," because he's not in the living room in her general vicinity. Even though he's actually in the house, she can say he's not for that reason.
So this question is asked quite a bit on the internet, and this is about Islam.net. This is what the scholars say if you cheat on your wife. If you can, in fact, commit to the remaining monogamous, faithful to your wife from now on, then you should tell her about your sinful action. The question was asked, I cheated on my wife, should I tell her? And then the article goes on and it mentions the that James has on the screen about lying to your wife in order to please her. This is one of those instances of where Boneless says where you can save marriage.
So what is the site? Islam what?
Islam, about Islam.net. But this is not just one site. It's Islam is littered with.
No, I want to have this ready. So Islam.net, and the question was asked was,
I feel guilty about cheating on my wife. Should I tell her? But it's way down in the article. You got to scroll a good ways.
Guilty about.
You don't even have to use that article. Look at Muhammad Hijab.
Right.
Look. He's actually calling for a mubahala on all of those people that think he was wrong. He truly believes he's right because it's Sunnah.
Right. This would be him lying in order to please his wife. This criterion. All you have to do is please her. Yep. Music is haram, friend. Music is haram. Here.
Haram.
I heard Satan's instrument in that song. He sounds like Gabriel, who has the voice of a ringing bell.
So is it I need to have, no, which one? Interfaith family and marital problems. Let me see, let me load more.
Let me show you how to find it, James. So just go to your Google search bar. I was Googling a little bit to help you find it. How do I have to tell my wife I cheated on her in Islam? Third article about Islam.net. I feel guilty for cheating my wife about Islam.
So
and
do
then
I cheated what?
I cheated on her in Islam. And then the article says, I feel guilty for cheating on my wife.
Oh, there we go. Guilty for cheating on my wife. My goodness, imagine
that. They're saying, no, don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Oh, man. So this is one of the times you can lie to your wife to make her feel.
Right. And the Muslim answer to that is, just bear that guilt. You're good with that.
It's crazy. Guys, stay away from Islam, please. YOLO, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're Muslim, correct?
Yes.
Is lying a sin?
Lying is a sin, yes.
Can you haram music?
It's not me. I'm at the gym. That music's not mine.
So watch this. So you said,
James, wait, I gotta interrupt you. Look at this. Right below that article, the biggest Muslim sites on the planet, IslamQA.org, says it would be please do not disclose your past affair. Don't do
it. Which one? The one I cheated on my wife or had in a
No. When you went to the Google, when you went to the Google search. Okay. Yeah.
It says,
please.
It's on Islam Q&A.
Yes, sister, please do not disclose your affair with to your husband. Bury it and never speak to it to anyone. I repeat, it is obligatory for you to hide sin for the rest of your life. Restore your husband's right by making good on your marriage contract. My goodness.
Yeah, don't tell your husband where them herpes came from. make him think he sat on a bad public when he went urinating like a Muslim does.
Wow.
This is wild, bro.
This is from the scholars of Islam, man. This is really crazy. You guys, come on, Muslims. This is YOLO.
I'm sorry I've interrupted you, James.
No,
I'm
you
sorry
good,
I interrupted
you. YOLO, so lying is a sin, correct? YOLO, you there, bro? Never mind. Any other Muslims, man? You know, you guys can never say to us, we have like a script. You can see we are continuously evolving like Islam does. We keep finding new stuff as we speak. So it says, hiding sin. Watch this. All people of Ummah would get pardon for their sins except those who publicize them. Oh my Lord, this is now Abu Hurairah says this is what Muhammad said. And it means that a servant should do a deed during the night and tell the people in the morning he has done so and so, whereas Allah has concealed it. And he does a deed during the day, and when it's night, he tells people whereas Allah has concealed it. Wow. Okay, YOLO, you back. So you said yes. Lying is a sin, correct? And is a sin something evil, something bad?
It depends, because even eating pork is haram, but you can eat to save your life. So you can lie.
That's not save your life. My question is, if it's evil or if it's
it depends what kind of lie you are doing. It depends what kind of lie you have.
Generally, are you allowed then to lie in Islam?
Not if you're gonna harm anyone.
So if your wife has an affair with another man, if your wife sleeps with another man, Muhammad said that she mustn't tell you. Is she lying to you?
Where does it say this?
We're reading it now from IslamQA.org.
Where does it say Muhammad said so?
It's Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim says, I'll show it to you in a second. Give it to me. Let me just see. That all people will be pardoned for their sins except those who talk about it, those that mention it. Now, over here it says, let me just read it for you.
Yeah, it's about, this is talking about you are going around and say, when you're sinning, you're going around like.
Yeah, but let me read this for you. Show it on the screen so you can see it. Right? 1 second. I hope that's. So I'm on Islam Q&A. Okay, IslamQA.org. So the question over here was, it says, I was unhappy in my marriage and had an affair with my ex. I sincerely regret and have severed ties. I'm so scared. Should I tell my husband? Now pay attention. She said, should I tell my husband?
Yes.
Let's see what they say about hiding sin. So you can hide your sin in Islam, right?
Wait, let me read again what is.
She was getting
unhappy,
penetrated by somebody else. She was unhappy in my marriage.
I know what it means.
And had an affair with my
ex,
with someone else.
Yeah.
She said, should I tell my husband? So I'm asking you, should you tell the husband?
Yes.
Okay, you said yes. Now watch. It is not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. You can lie in Islam, correct?
Depends.
So
like this is the dumbest question you're doing.
Listen, I'm reading. Something the man tells his wife to please her. So she can lie to him to please her, correct?
This is not this pleasing. This is this different. It's harming.
Okay. So let's go back to the hadith. Watch this. This is the talking. This is the advice she's getting. You a lot of noise. Listen to the advice.
Advice of who?
Advice. Let me mute you because you got a lot of background noise. So he's answered by Ustada Rahid Shah Idil. Okay, so this is insight. That's right. Stan himself. Look what he
but
says.
who, like...
I'm reading. Let me read. Let me just read. He says, "Dear sister, please do not disclose your affair with your husband. Why? She's hiding sin." He says, "Bury it and never speak to it to anyone. I repeat, it is obligatory to hide this sin." What is it? You have obligation, so you have to hide the sin for the rest of your life. Why? Because in Islam, you are allowed to hide sin.
Wow. First of all, in Islam, you're to hide sin. Yeah, it's about, like, if I'm gonna have intercourse with someone before marriage, and then I go around saying to people, "Oh, I did this, I did this." It's up to not tell anyone.
YOLO, did she please her husband? If he was to ask her if she cheated on him, would she be pleasing her husband to say, "No, I didn't cheat on you"?
If he would ask her, she have to say yes.
No, she doesn't. Because
no,
I mean, it's
her telling a lie.
First of all, you're asking
in order to please. Correct?
You are asking, reading someone's opinion. She asked a question.
You said,
maybe.
Ahmed, did you agree that you can hide sin in Islam?
Depends when we have that sin.
Okay, let's see when. Let's see. Abu Hurairah reported Allah's Messenger as saying, all the people of the Ummah would get pardoned their sins except those who publicize them. So if she doesn't say anything, then she will be pardoned for her sins.
Do you even listen what I said? This is about when you're doing some sin before, like, let's say I'm drinking alcohol. If I go around and telling people I'm doing it in front of people and I'm proud of it, like, that's not achievable. But if I drink and I don't tell anyone, and I seek for forgiveness, and I can't stop myself from it, but I beg for forgiveness every time.
So let's
I can drink it.
That's true. Let's see if that's true. The guy asked quotes and he says, "Oh,
yeah, but the guy who is this guy?
I'm reading now. Reading what Muhammad said. All the people of the Ummah, all the people of the Ummah get a pardon for their sins. It doesn't say your past sins. It doesn't say the sins you did before you were married. It's basically telling you that they will get pardoned for all their sins except those who publicize them. And it means, now watch this, means that if she keeps quiet about it, Allah will forgive her, correct?
When did I say Allah will not forgive her? We were talking about
YOLO.
We were talking about if he gonna listen. We were talking about if she gonna tell him or not. We were not talking about
when
if she gonna tell him or not.
Publicize it. It basically means you are talking about it. You're telling people about it. Now Allah says that He will forgive you if you don't tell about it. Correct?
Publicize it means if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna tell it to all my friends.
Okay, so
and
what
then I'm
Allah
gonna
is
tell
saying,
it. It's not about she telling it to her husband.
Okay.
It's
when
not
you publicize it, you make it known. Make it known. You are repeating it. You're making it known.
Yes.
Telling the husband she's publicizing.
You are proud of it. No. Don't even try.
Dude. I think English is slightly better than yours, and my understanding of the English language is slightly better than yours.
No, it's not.
By publicizing it, you are bringing it to the forefront. You're making an announcement of what you did. Now, if she makes an announcement of what she did to her husband, then Allah is saying that she won't get pardoned. This is why the man says, please do not disclose your affair with your husband. Bury it.
Why are you muting? Are you scared?
You're allowed
Are you scared?
to lie to him. Because in
you guys are lying,
you're allowed to
and
lie.
you're scared. Listen.
Okay, sure. I'm going to mute. You tell me.
This publicizing, you're about, it's not talking to your husband. It's publicizing when I'm going to go around telling, like if she would cheat and she's going around telling her friends and like everyone else. It's not about her husband publicizing. That's like in one family, they can't talk about this. It's not publicizing to her husband. Gonna go around telling her friends, oh, it was so fun, it was so nice. This that's the thing they're talking about in that hadith. That's publicizing.
Hey James, there's 2 more articles below that one. Islam.com. If you disclose this
or not,
yeah, here, friend, we don't care. That's a ustad, bro. You don't know how long he had to grow his beard out to get that title. Islam.com. The guilt is unaliving me, cheating on a spouse, and it goes on and says you cause your husband emotional and physical pain if you tell him. Darul Ifta. Listen, Islamically, it is not necessary to disclose your extramarital affair to your husband, because you're following the hadith that James brought up, that she can do something to please you. Everyone is saying you do not have to disclose this. Why are you saying you have to do it? Because you don't like it. Your conscience is bothering you, friend. That's why you're saying it. No one agrees with you, bro. Not even
So
your own scholars.
This is why I gave him a chance to speak, because again, he spoke, didn't make sense, didn't cover the topic. Basically saying that she must sit on a microphone or go on TV, and that's the only way to publicize or to make it known.
No,
So
I said to your friends, you guys are just liars.
I'm not sure if you heard me speak. We're not Muslim. We're not allowed to lie.
No, not at all.
Again, pay attention now, Yolo. According to you now,
Your God
I
lies,
keep
so you
muting
lie.
you because you background noise, and then it's disturbing the flow of the conversation. That's why I'm muting you. Now you're allowed in Islam to sin, to tell lies. Now, if sinning comes from Satan, and Allah says that it's okay to sin and tell lies, what does that make Allah?
James, and make sure you grab this article, bro.
You're lying. You don't listen. Like I said, what it was about.
What is the article?
Yep. So it's a couple below where you Googled the first one. Listen to what he says. It's on darulifta.com. Let me back out one time. Listen to what he says. Islamically, it is not. Now, this is a mufti. Now, he grew his beard out even longer than the ustad did, right? He started growing his since he was 2. So, Islamically, it is not necessary to disclose your extramarital affair to your husband and repent. After repentance, one should not disclose to anyone or even think about it themselves. You move forward, work on your marriage, fulfill your husband's rights. Every scholar is saying, do not tell your husband or your wife that you cheated on them. Don't hide it, bury it, spread them herpes, them venereal diseases, spread them to all your partners. Don't tell them you probably gave it to them. Don't even talk about it. Don't even think about it. So let me show you the site, bro.
Seriously, just crazy. It's honestly just crazy. I'm not even joking.
This is wild, bro. These are scholars giving these answers.
He gives us a Quran verse where it says, surely good deeds raise the bad deeds. So if you sleep with someone else, that's okay, because your good deeds raise the bad deeds. Allah knows best. This is from the Dural Ifta. This is just, please, anyone is listening to this and you consider this religion, play back, go back to the YouTube, play back these and listen to them. Lies, Islam dies. Without lies, Islam falls flat on its face. And once again, we notice that these guys are able to lie without even blinking. That's how easy it is for them to lie. So you woman, if you ever think of marrying a Muslim man, that he will lie to you with such ease, and you won't even be able to tell the difference because it'll come so natural. And woman, if you guys want to cheat on your in Islam, it's fine. Just don't publicize it. Just feel bad in your heart and don't mention it again. Just go give him a good workout. Let him, get himself off the topic of the cheating and stuff, and a good dinner, and you're all sorted. Seriously, you guys are sorted. It's not a. This is what Islam is teaching us. Now, who wants to live in a world with a religion like this, where lies is okay, lying is okay, cheating is not as fine? Just don't make it known. You know. Word, are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
No.
brother, I'm gonna let you go. Muslim, do you want to say anything before I let you go?
Yeah. I say that. Yeah, I think it's just when we talk about lying to your wife, to say she says, "Do I look fat in my dress?" When they say that, and you say, "When you look fine, you think she's beautiful," and you think, why is she saying she has confidence, like kind of thing. She feels like maybe she looks a bit. That's what women do. So the man says, "No, you look beautiful." You see the woman as beautiful, but that can go to a certain point. But when they have a wife, and then it's allowed to lie to the wife, that is on another level.
That's Muhammad hijab level. That's Ali Dawah level, bro.
It's terrible. That's not what it's about. That's not.
Well, people don't realize certain ways you can say things to your wife. If I look fat in this dress, if your wife if she's already said, right, you don't have to you tell her she looks fat or like she looks fat in the dress. You don't have to acknowledge that. You can say things in different, just like, well, I wouldn't wear that dress. I would wear this dress if I were you.
Yeah.
She just got to. If she respects you, understand that you're not trying to hurt her feelings, and you saying it in a certain way, you respect her and love her.
This is the point, right? Your wife knows you for such a long time that you must be able to have an honest discussion. And most of the time, the woman will know herself if she's weight or not. I'm just using that as an example. Knows it, and you might mention it because of love. You're not trying to hurt her. See, there's ways of saying things and doing things. You wouldn't just sit there and look at her and go, "Man, you're chubby."
Right.
That chick. You're not going to say that. You're going to be more like, "I'm going to the, if you want to join me, there'll be." In there's certain ways of doing it. Now, if we look at what we just read, where the woman had an affair and she's asking for help, she goes to an imam, she's going to someone for help. She's like, "Listen, I'm banging my," and should I tell my husband? He's like, "No, what are you doing, man? You don't doubt. No, Allah, He'll forgive you. Just don't again, but lie to him and just pretend. Cook him dinner and stuff. Come on, man." Sorry, where I'm going to go, my brother. I want to just talk to Primo, and he's going to be probably one of the last guests. I'm going to end the live soon. Take care, my man.
Thank you.
No worries. Perimo, you there, bro?
What's up, man? Yes. How you
Nice
doing?
one. I'm not sure how long you've been here, but we've had many guests come on today, and we've had many weird things and wonderful things.
Oh.
Do you believe that lying is a sin?
What?
That lying is a sin. Telling lies is a sin.
Wow, that was a good question. I mean, it depends. Like it's different lies. Sometimes you lie to actually be good or something.
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna be now. So say you marry a woman and she was married previously, and then you say to her, "Am I the best you ever had?" And she's like, "Yeah." Now she lied to you.
Yeah.
Is that a good lie or a bad lie?
I mean, she's lying, but the time she try maybe to show that she won't be with you or she won't.
Did she lie to you? That. She lied. Okay, if you find a text,
I'll give you an example.
Watch this, brother. Watch this. Say you find a message or an email where she an old one. Say it's 5 years old, right?
Yeah.
And you see a detailed message of the ex that he was the best she ever had, nothing compared, and she gives details about how amazing he is, and down inside that you can't match that. Now that would hurt you. That would break, right?
Yeah. I mean,
because she didn't want to upset you. So am I the biggest you ever had? She goes, yes. And then you find a message that's talking about the guy that you had before, and you find out she lied to you. As a man, the reason I'm bringing this up is as a man, most men are thinking in the back of their mind, am I up to it? Did I satisfy? I was yada yada. Now, would that hurt your knowing that she lied to you and you know the truth?
For sure. I mean, especially that last example you give.
Okay, now watch this. Would you rather her tell you the truth?
Yeah, I mean, let me ask. You know, I can give you another example. You know, sometimes even if you know that they lying, but they saying it because to maybe to create positive vibe. You know, the mood.
But it's still a lie, man. Come on, man. A fake is a fake. If lie is a lie.
Fake is a fake. But I can give you another example. You know, when a girl, let's say it's your wife or your friend, whatever, you know, she like you to say all the time, you know, you are beautiful, you're looking good. Some of them actually know that, you know that beautiful every day, but they like you to say that even
it's just a little white lie, right?
Yeah, but they know that you lying, but they let you, you know, say that, and they're gonna say, you understand?
Okay, watch this. I'm gonna a little different now. So if for example, lying is a sin, right? You said lying is a sin, correct? And then you said depends on the lie.
I say it depends.
So when is the lie not a lie anymore?
Good question. For example, if you lie because somebody gonna if you lie, then you're gonna make it between two people who was fighting. Let's say this kind of lie is, for me, is not a lie, you know, or a sin. You know, you lying for doing something good. You got me?
Yeah, but okay. So again, you see what you're doing, trying to justify the lie. That lying is bad. Watch this. Hang on. Lying is a sin. Sin is evil. Sin doesn't come from God, correct?
Yeah.
Now, Allah, the God of Islam, is lying, meaning he's allowing you to sin, and then he's saying, but it's not really a sin. But it is a sin. So what now? If your mother says to you, do I look nice in this dress? And you lie to your mother and you say, Mom, yes, you look lovely in that dress. Did you lie to your mom?
No.
You didn't, even though you know that you did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the hadith tells me that you can only lie to your wife, not to your mother.
Which hadith say that?
Okay, well, now I'm going to show this to you because we're going to analyze this just for a little bit. Notice what it says. It says, not lawful to lie. We know lying comes from Satan and lying is a sin, except in 3 cases. Something man tells his wife to please her. So not his mother, but his wife. So if his mother says, do I look chubby? And you say, no, you look lovely, knowing that you lied to her, please her, that's a sin because she's not your wife. But if you lied to your wife, then that's okay. That's an excuse. That's fine. So again, if your mom asks you, lie to her to please her, is that sin or is that also one of the white lies?
I mean, just like I just told you, you know, you can lie sometimes to just make people like your wife.
But that's not, your wife, not people. It's specific. It says something a man tells his wife, please her, not people, his wife.
Yeah.
So you allowed. So if you lie to your wife, that's not a lie. Say the same thing to your mother, then that's a lie, correct?
No, it doesn't have to be. Why do you have to put your mother in? I mean, why have to be a mother, you know? Like,
because not me. This is not me saying it. This is the hadith is saying. This is from Allah, rated Allah, Muhammad. Allah, Muhammad. Same. Says it's the wife, not the mother, not the sister, not your daughter. So if your daughter comes in and your daughter says, Dad, did I do well my piano recital? And she was absolute rubbish. Then you must say, no, darling, you were rubbish. Because she's not your wife and you don't need to please her. But if your wife played bad, then you have to say to your wife, oh, that was the best I ever heard. Then it's not a sin.
So what you playing, my man? What's you trying to say
point
that,
is that lying
hadith is lying?
Sin. Lying is a sin. And then you guys find excuses to make lying okay. So now you're saying sinning is okay. Because Allah said you can sin, but the sins that Allah says okay is now not a lie anymore. Therefore, it's not a sin. So lies, Islam dies, and in Islam you can lie. So Muhammad lies, Allah lies, and Muslims lie. Now, how can I trust a liar?
Astaghfirullah. I think you maybe, I don't know where you get from this hadith. Islam is not a lie. At least Allah is not a lie.
Just tell me that you can lie in 3 cases. Did you agree with this?
Let me ask you, you never lie in your life?
Well, yes, and I'm a liar because I lied. I'm a liar because
you are a liar.
Are you a liar?
Yeah, people can be a liar. Me too. I can be a liar
okay,
sometimes.
Now watch this. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Allah telling you that you can lie in 3 cases.
Man, I don't know this hadith exactly. What it's
a Sahih hadith. Let me go to you.
Let me say to you, in Islam, Islam is perfect. People can be,
no, it's not. Listen to me. Please don't run. Listen.
I'm not running.
I'm asking you one more time. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
I mean, in generally, it's not good. Generally, don't lie.
Again, answer the question.
Yes, it's not.
Are you
it's
allowed to lie in Islam?
What you mean, like in Islam, lie in Islam, like what? It depends,
I'm trying my best. Okay, so when you say it depends, you're basically saying yes, there are times when you can lie, correct? Come on, it's a simple question, man. Are you allowed to lie in Islam?
No.
So when
you're not allowed to lie in
it is
Islam.
not lawful to lie except in 3 cases. Something the man tells his wife to please her, to lie during war, and to lie in order to bring peace between people. A lie?
Yeah, it's a lie. Yeah, but
beautiful.
You have to see. You have to see what to make it to bring happy, to bring good thing.
So okay, let's go back.
You can lie.
So can you lie to your wife?
Thing, yes, no problem.
So you can lie in Islam?
Yeah, I told you from the beginning. It's different level of lie. It's a different of lie. Like lie to make.
I'll try again. Is lie allowed in Islam?
I used to say lie is a lie and this and that.
Take care, man. Yeah, pull up your Islam.
Astaghfirullah. God forgive me.
I'm gonna put the last 2 people requesting, and then I'm done for the day.
Why do words have different definitions to them? You got to qualify everything.
What's the definition of a kid?
Oh,
pay attention.
It's like, lie for peace, but like for me, I always told my girlfriend like she looks beautiful in a trash bag, like where I would say like, that dress, you're beautiful, but that isn't the greatest. Like I don't personally like that dress, but you can wear it. I'll tell them straight up because, like James said, I don't want them to look dumb or whatever. So I'm going to be honest. Like, and lying for like peace. Well, for me, if someone lied to me to make peace between someone, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be like, if that third person that lied, be like, "Why'd you lie to me?" You know what I mean? Like, honest. Like I had a friend one time tell me that I'm a little annoying, but he considered me one of his best friends because I'm always honest with them. Because they smoked pot and stuff. He's like, honestly, you talk too much sometimes, but I do love you like a brother because you're always honest. I know you care. I know you're not saying it just to be like self-righteous,
So James, I think you're out of Muslims, bro.
Show look like it. Show look like it. That's perfect because again, this is the second time we've done the live. It's been fantastic turnout. We've had over 400 people listening, both YouTube and on TikTok, which is brilliant because again, notice the difference is that we were able to prove that every single Muslim came up, started off lying a sin. Then are you allowed to lie? No. And then lie in 3 cases, yes. But are you allowed to lie? No. Can't make this up, guys.
Yeah.
Can't make this.
This is brilliant.
So, Tahir says you need to find a proper scholar and debate with him. These are not debates, Tahir. These are conversations. These are real conversations with real Muslims to show is that you Muslims need scholars to help you make sense, because you guys don't know Islam. And if we little lame sitting in our little basements, in the cold and the damp, as you think we are, with blankets over our heads, the only thing that we do is read hadith. Says, no, man, we are sitting in the towers looking down at you guys, having a chuck. We realize you guys know less than the black self. You guys don't know Islam, don't know your Quran, you don't know your hadiths, and you explain it. I'm not asking you to defend it and to try to debate it. No, just explain it. Make it make sense. You guys can't do. So every single one of you that's in the chat, remember, your husbands and your wives lying to you with the blessing of Allah Akbar. He is allowing to lie, and he is saying, just don't tell them, just be quiet about it. You don't have to publicize it. I'll forgive you. It's okay. So go and bang your neighbor. Don't tell anyone. Ask for forgiveness. I'll make it make sense, man.
Oh yeah, both go to scholars though. We showed the scholar on Islamic Q&A. We showed the Islamic scholars or whatever for this. So me and go to a scholar. Speaking of, do you guys know that scholar that said told Sneeko to get out of his house? I saw a clip of it. I can send it to you, James. I just don't know where, but saying that like logic, the laws of logic and philosophy are not allowed in Islam because it can doubt. Yeah. Yeah, don't use logic, Muslims. You're proving that you do that every day. So
Ibn Taymiyyah said that too, not to use philosophy.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So I'm sorry, I need to go, bro. But I think I might
It's
be in the
okay.
matrix.
I'm at work.
Yeah, I'm about to end as well. So any last words, guys? Patriot, say something before you go.
For me, I lie, like everyone I do. I hate, but I hate lying. I'm brutally honest, actually. So guys, like, follow your conscience. The God is trying to speak to you. Like these on there, they felt bad, and I'm honest about when I mess up. And like those people on the Q&A, they knew it was wrong and they wanted to talk about it. But according to what they said on there, they pretty much publicized the lie. So now they're kind of screwed by even asking the question online. Kind of, shot themselves. So anyway, just leave this idiotic religion and join Jesus, our family. You're going to be loved. You're not going to be a slave anymore. So come to Christ.
Yes, let me just Ray, are you?
Look, James.
Yes, sir.
Brother, this is a brilliant setup, dude. I love having a setup where it's not necessarily a debate. The way that you have it set up is they can't just come up and just start shotgunning topics and trying to go straight to the Bible immediately to kind of engage a little bit, and it makes them face the lies that's in religion. The way you have this set up was brilliant. I think it was good, man.
Appreciate that. These are conversations, real conversations with real Muslims. This is all I'm saying.
James, can I say something real quick before you end?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope I'm not in the matrix, man. Just stop me. But Jesus says in John chapter 8 that Satan is the father of lies. Muhammad literally shows up teaching the father of lies. If you pay attention to Islam, it's just a backstage pass to perform everything that the God of the Bible calls an abomination. You get a backstage pass to commit adultery. You get a backstage pass to lie to people. Everything that God calls an abomination, Muhammad gets you around that red with some kind of excuse. But thanks for the live today, bro. Thanks for the stage, and I love you, man. Guys, God bless you all.
God bless you, Travis.
Menkins, you the last and final prophet. I mean, the last and final guest, my man. It's all up to you. You Muslim?
Alhamdulillah, no.
Say again?
I said that, yeah. My claim is that Christianity is actually a Noah religion.
Okay. If you just 1 second, you said it's a Noah what? To lower down. Yeah. You can lower that. Just take, guys, again, just to repeat. So this is two of this. I did I think on Friday, and today's the second time. Please, guys, it's just a 3.5 hour live. I can't do lives. It's really, to be honest, and I feel it's just a burnout if it's, because we run Muslims to talk to. It's getting to the point where even the Muslims themselves are contradicting themselves, keep coming up on a new day with something new that just contradicts the last time. A lie, no matter how you look at it, these guys are trying to make excuses for the lies. They're trying to make it sense. I think that maybe tomorrow, no, what is tomorrow? 20th. I might go live, but it might be earlier and for a shorter period because I've got something, you got bills to be paid, things need to be done. But again, so what I'll do is I'll probably, if I do go live, I'll finish this talk to a couple of hours one more time, because he likes things in threes. He likes things in threes because he's super. So we give it to him in 3 days. It gives the guys a chance, Muslims, it will give you a chance to go research, to double check what we said. You can come back and said, yes, I said this, that was a lie, and then you can expose me. So this is the opportunity that I'm giving you guys 3 times, so that you can say to me, you lied about that verse, you lied about that verse, yada yada yada. You can prove me wrong. Now, else, if you go to a Muslim live, none of them give you the same this Jacolia, I will block you in mods. So again, you know that we will do this so that we are bringing truth, whether it's to Islam or to the Bible. Eventually the truth step forward. Now, Allah lie and Allah allows lying. Without lies, Islam dies. Therefore, this is how they spread dawah. So one more time, for those that don't know, the word is takiya. It is tactical deceit for spreading Islam. Then you've got kitman, deceit by omission. You got riya, which is deceit by ambiguity. You've got taysir, not having to observe all the tenets of Sharia. You've got gurura, which is deceit to engage in haram or forbidden. You've got muruna, temporary suspension of Sharia to make Muslims appear moderate. And the best of all, you have dawah. Dawah is lying to non-Muslims or unbelievers to bring them into Islam. Muruna, durura, isa, tauriya, kitman, takiya. With that, tomorrow, as I said, I'll go live again. It'll be a shorter one. I do things to do. This is why to base it my lives around these times, because before and after, things need to be. I appreciate you guys. I thank you for the gifts. I thank you for the follows, the likes, the shares. But please, guys, subscribe. My goal is also eventually to reach 10,000 people. It's not the alpha and the omega. It's not if it doesn't happen, life stuff. It's just that it helps the algorithm. It helps more people get to it. The likes, the share, it spreads to the people. I've been exposed every single day. Every single day, these guys are flooded with Christian lives, preaching the same thing, telling them that the truth is in the Bible, not in the Quran. Those that don't know, let me give a quick shout out again. Go and subscribe to God Logic. Go to Life GL. Go to Adonai. Go to Amin77 on his YouTube, and you'll find his new name on the new account. Go to LA Apologetics. Go to King Apologetics. That's right, God 2.0. Go to King Apologetics. Go to Pro-Life Chloe. To Jai and DOC. Jai and DOC. Go to One Way Apologetics. Biblical Mechanics. Our brother, LB, yes, the word and I. Let me see, I think I covered Rob Christian. Yeah, there's just many guys, and the thing is, they all with their own charm. Some people prefer the ways of, let me just use logics. Others might one way apologetics, but the message is consistent. You will never find any of us trying to bash other denominations. Instead, every single one of us will tell you to open the Bible, to read the Bible, to get to know Christ of the Bible, and He will lead you to where you need to. And for those that are in doubt, those that are questioning, those that are curious, I'm saying to you guys, contact us. Write to me. I try my best to reach as many people as I can, especially when you have questions, because these lives, I know that they are focused on Islam, but we do have lives where we can to, for example, Albi, if he's doing a Christian life, but we have different ways of approaching different people. That's right, Sig as well. But it's just constant and consistent. I want you guys to know truth, and the truth is in the Bible, and Jesus says that He is that truth. For those that are curious as well, there's a site called Answers for Christ. Answers for Christ. He's got a website. You can go there. He's already done all the hard work. The question, He gives you the answer to those questions. Please, guys, go there. And with that said, in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit, I thank you, Lord, for this life and all those that have passed through. Open their hearts to the truth and let them find you. In Jesus' name, amen. I said Answers for Christ, and boom, shakalaka, there he is.
Right?
And I'll just give you guys a heads up. I'm reading his article today on, what was I reading it on? Let me just see. Wait. I was actually reading his article on 17:3 because I was listening to a Muslim today about John 17:3. But anyway, guys, God bless. Please, the YouTube, The Agents 007, The Agents 007, The Agents, all one word. Go and subscribe. Let's help this channel grow, and let's help each other grow in Christ. And by doing that, as I said, we have to open the Bible. God bless you guys. Take care.